People. Thank you for hanging in there. I just want to apologize because this was supposed to go on earlier. I had some internet issues. I was fighting for an hour with my internet provider, so I apologize. Thank you for tuning in. I'm actually pumped I got to do it because I put out in like a 10-second, kind of thing. I had said, you know what, I'm going to have to cancel the show. And then 10 seconds later, boom, we got internet. So I'm pretty pumped. I was looking forward to doing this all day. So thank you for joining. I got a few guests today. It's going to get kind of fun in here. But let's bring in the man, the myth, the legend. He's been away for a while. He hasn't joined us in a while. He's the guy that, like, I don't think he ever wears sleeves. I think for Christmas I'm going to buy him a sweater. But it is Mr. Shoes.
What's going on, everybody? Thanks to global warming, your boy is able to bless the sleeveless once again. I'm hoping this is not the last time for the season. Thank you for bringing me back, bro. You know, it's been a while. Basically, our schedules don't sync up anymore. You know what I'm saying? But you got Hollywood. He moved to a rich neighborhood, and now I don't see him anymore. So there's that too. So
yeah, I moved into a rich neighborhood, and my internet. Come on.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And of course, we have the other man, the myth, the legend, Mr. FaceTime. What is up, bro?
Can't see me.
Yo, the Keys just opened that up with "Thank God for global warming."
Bro, because you see, no sleeves, baby, no sleeves, yo. It's a record up here. It is a record up here, man. It's like
28 degrees.
It's a heat wave in Canada. What is it, like 35?
I don't know Fahrenheit, so I couldn't even.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't use Fahrenheit.
You know what I'm saying?
We use Celsius.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was like 38 degrees Celsius up here, which is crazy because usually around this time, you're wearing.
My water freezes outside.
Yeah, you're wearing.
Fridge.
So it's kind of crazy.
Sleeves.
I do want to say this is the first show we'll be doing since the election. So if you voted in the States, I hope everybody's kind of cool with that decision. If you voted for the other guy, he had 4 years, so it is what it is. That's as much as political I will get. I really don't want to get into politics, but I'm just, it is a kind of cool thing. New election, new president, president. You guys got president. We got prime minister.
Yeah.
It is Monday. The Eagles were off. It's Tuesday. The Eagles were off. We're not talking sports, but I will say the Cowboys lost, which makes me really happy.
That's really all that matters.
That's all that matters, man. The worst division in football, and we are in first place with 3 wins. So you know what? That's a good day. It's a good day. I just want to say thank you to everybody in the chat. We got Sparks, we got Dave, we got Kid Collector, Superior Hero, Mr. Face, who is also here, Mr. Keys, Bash. Thank you for joining, guys, ladies and gentlemen. I really appreciate it. Aaron, what's happening?
Louis.
The Lost Kid. We got Raider Bear. Let's see here. Who else we got?
We got everybody in the house tonight.
And Mr. Free Louis. What's going on, brother? He actually called us the other day, right? On Monday, Keys. And we were actually.
It was moving day, yeah.
Yeah, on my moving day, he called. So, thank you for that, brother. And Bricks. So, you guys know why you guys are already here. We got a really fun one for you. We are planning on having a 4th member. So, hopefully, he joins us a little bit later. I know my delay had a few things going. So, for those of you that are just joining, if the internet does cut out, don't think I'm just like, sick of talking comics. It's just my internet has been a little up and down today, so it could go. So I just want to give you guys that bit of information. But let's get started. Let's talk New Comic Book Day and Spec. We're starting with New Comic Book Day. Did you have something to say?
I was gonna say, man, let's shout out Freaky Louie on this thing. The man hit. I can't think of the word right now. You know what I'm saying? A landmark, if you will. 100 subs.
A milestone.
That's what I'm looking. That's what I'm looking for, bro. 100 subs, man. Big thing. So big up to Louis. Round of applause and Mint 100, bro. It's 500. Make it quick. These are 2 sweet people in the community, man. Check them both out. And if you don't know already, Freaky Louie, his back issue finds are amazing. If you need luck, if you're about to head out on a hunt and you need luck, slide into Louie's DMs and be like, hey, man, if you could bless me with some luck, if you could pray to the comic gods for me. I did it. I'm not going to lie, man. I ended up X-Men 4, bro. Like, come on now.
Says sliding in his DMs like that shit don't sound creepy as hell.
Shoot.
But hey, you know what? Keys is right. Congratulations to Min Hunter on 500, and congrats to Louie. Let's get them to 600 and then 200, or let's get them both to 1,000. Mint Hunter, that's, you know, if you're in here or you watch us later, that's crazy. Congratulations on getting to that mark. Man,
definitely. Congratulations to both those guys.
40. So, you know, that was just a short time ago. So congrats. And if you need anything from us, just let us know. Definitely go sub him up. Check his stuff out. Very thorough. Very. He's one of the good guys, man. Honestly, he really is. Louie, you too, man. You know, we'll plug your guys' stuff in. I would have today. But yeah, just the internet's been fucked up. So yeah,
working on it.
But definitely we will find a way to get those guys more subs for sure. All right.
All right, let's get into it.
Let's do this.
We will find a way to get those guys more subs. What the hell is going on?
Laying back. Rewind.
All right, let's get into it.
Let's do this.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
What the hell are y'all doing?
That's pretty cool, man.
I moved the page and then it just started. I don't know what happened, but
what is that? The fucking remix?
That's yo. DJ Khaled.
Yes.
All right, guys. So, boom, boom, boom. Why are you acting up? All right, here we go. New comic book day.
Thank God we're so prepared.
Boom. Yeah, no kidding, right? Jesus Christ.
It's my Lord and Savior.
So we are going to start off with Image Comics. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, here it is. Boom. Free Louie. Yeah.
Free Louie.
Check it out.
That's
yeah,
free Louie. Louie. Free key Louie.
Free key. Free key.
Free Louie, he locked up.
Remix, yeah. All right, let's get into it. So, first books on the list. We got, before we start, cheers, everybody. Happy Tuesday. So, we got Getting It Together, number 2.
Which is exactly what we're not doing.
Yeah, so we're going to pass by that. We got Kick-Ass versus Hit Girl, number 1, 1 of 5. Kick-Ass.
Yeah, you know, I'm going to check this series out. Yep. I'm sure everybody remembers the original Kick-Ass series, and this is going to be another mini series. I guess somebody else has taken over the role of Kick-Ass in it. I don't know. Going to fight
the imposter.
Girl. Yeah, right. Like I'm.
Yeah.
There is.
I've apparently been away from the whole Kick-Ass scene for a while because.
Yeah,
I don't remember it being a chick, but whatever. Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember that either. There is 5. I don't know, Face, you're usually on top of how many covers, but there is 5 here that preview shows. I won't lie, I do like the black and white one.
Yeah, I know there's actually a couple more with the store exclusives, of course. So,
yeah. Well, what do they got? 1 in 25, 1 in 50? I can't see them having like a 1 in 5 or 1 in 10 for this.
No, I believe it's just probably like a 1 in 10, 125.
Yeah, I might pick this up. I can't see, Keys, and correct me if I'm wrong, I can't see a lot of people picking this up around our area, to be honest.
We still have some of the first series still cooking around at our LCSs. Which I was thinking of scooping.
And of course,
yeah, it's been a while since Kick-Ass has been a
thing, right?
Been relevant, yeah. So I mean,
do they have
I don't know if the series is gonna pick up or not, but we'll see.
Bricks is saying, I believe the Kick-Ass is dead. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just coming
it's been a minute.
Yeah. All right, moving on. We got Marked number 9. You got 3 covers.
Yeah, no, that's a pretty dope cover. So.
Yeah, if there's 2 things I like, it's women and tattoos. So when 2 of those things are put together, I'm a fan. I am a fan.
Yeah, well, I guess that makes sense, right?
Also, I've talked about redheads and how I like Mira and Amber Heard and things like that. So this is kind of checking off 3 boxes for me. Hopefully my girlfriend does not hear me say that, but you know, we can move on. But I kind of
you're sleeping on the couch tonight.
Yeah. She's the one that turned off the internet, bro.
It is number 9. I will be honest, I haven't checked any of these series out, so I couldn't tell you if there's anything good happening, coming, things like that. I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's not one that I've been keeping up on either. I'm not reading it, to be honest.
So we got, moving on, we got Oblivion song by Kirkman and DeFelice.
DeFelice?
DeFelice. Yeah, you got it. Number 28.
DeFelice sounds good.
You guys picking this up or no?
I've been picking up Oblivion song in trade paperback, so it's been a minute since I grabbed one.
Yeah, this is also one of those that there's a stack at our LCS, man, and I've been debating it, but like I'm 28 issues behind, bro.
Yeah,
like,
it's true.
It started off really good. I remember initially being really into it, and then it just kind of faded off of it, and haven't really been jumped back on it. I've been collecting the trades, but I just haven't read them.
I'm kind of with Keys to get into this book now at 28th issue is I don't know. Keys, this is probably up your alley, but we got Spawn 308 second printing, Spawn 309 third printing, and then we also have Spawn 310 second printing.
For the record, I don't agree with any of these second and thirds for this run. To be honest with you, I'm a huge Spawn fan. And
they're just recolors, right? They're just recolors of the exact same covers.
Bro, like that third print looks exactly like the second print, which looks exactly like the first print. I have the first and second. I can't tell the difference.
I was going to say, second. But it's like Face just said, right? Like it's not like they did anything new. They almost didn't even a color. It's literally the same.
Like that 308 is a 308A cover. Like, and the craziest part about these, I don't know if it's I don't want to bad talk Todd the God, because I might, something bad might happen to me or something, He has a big ego and all. But the covers are not matching what's in the actual issues. And it's starting to bug me a little bit. And like the whole, third print, we get it. Gunslinger, Spawn, that is, if we're talking Spawn 174, 175, those are very sought after. And anything that had Gunslinger in it after that, also sought after. But now we have a third print. Like, man, you're just driving your secondary value down. You know what I'm saying? It's not unique anymore. Now we're getting oversaturated by the Gunslinger. Yeah, and I love the cover. I love the cover, but
it's not even that. It's just the fact that now it's almost looking like we're putting out books, second print, third print, fourth print, some books in that fifth print, and we're just basically getting the same cover, just maybe like
you never see that from Spawn.
Yeah,
never.
Well, never.
It's seldom. Like maybe 300. Spawn 300. Okay, maybe.
That's why I thought it was.
At least if it were different covers, I would feel a lot better about spending the money. But that recolor I can't get into it.
No, I can't. I'm not picking any of these up. A, because I already have them. B, is kind of pointless.
Yeah, story. I actually love the fact that you're on while we got the talk Spawn, because I really wanted to get your opinion on it, because I know you're the Spawn guy. And when I came across these last week, actually, I was kind of like, okay, I wonder what he's gonna think. But no, man.
Right.
I will say that 309 and that 310, they are popular covers, because when the books first came out, I mean, everybody was jumping on them. So maybe they're just looking at it as like, hey, like this is the only thing I'm thinking. I think maybe companies are thinking, okay, we just gotta put books out there to like kind of recuperate some of the money we may have lost at the beginning of the year. But again, like, you know how I feel about second, third, fourth, print, fifth, 27th print run. Like it's just stupid. I don't know. And especially when you're not doing anything, like they literally look the same. Yeah, I'm not on board with that.
Right. I haven't seen Ninja Spawn yet. Like,
it's coming. There's a reprint of that coming too, man. It's coming down the line.
Oh, I can imagine.
And the Chadwick Boseman cover.
Oh,
I hope to God not, man. I really hope.
I
Like, no, the
promise
rest of
you
it.
it's
Hey,
coming. I promise.
hey, that was a popular cover though. Like it sold out pretty quick. Even up here.
nah, man. I could still get a stack, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Your boy got the plug since you moved away. Now
And
there's
you're
only
gonna see a
like
second print
less
in your stores.
competition.
You're gonna see a second print in stores with that stack sitting there.
Let's get on Dark Horse Comics.
Dark Horse.
We got Bill and Ted Are Doomed 3 of 4. So this series is basically, obviously, if you do the math, 3 of 4. It's kind of finishing. The movie
Got about 6 more issues.
Yeah, they got the movie coming out. I can't remember when the movie's coming out, but they do have a new movie.
Fucking COVID is probably never coming out.
No?
Yeah, I don't.
Well, they did have a trailer for it, so at least we have that, right?
Didn't we get a trailer for Black Widow like 3 years ago, though?
Damn, man, your face is here to slay these people right now.
Yo, face is
ghetto.
I'm just saying.
You're totally right.
Feelings about all the reprints. Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The crazy thing in the industry is the incentive covers for second prints or higher. Yeah. And
that's crazy.
Punch is saying,
incentives on second printing. Like, really? That's the thing now.
Yeah,
we're doing that.
I've also decided, like, this is a sidebar, but I've also decided to sell one of my Ashcan Last Ronin ones. So we'll see where
I might trick. You know what? I gave one to my sister, bro, and I looked at it the other day. I'm like, look that up on eBay right now.
Oh wow.
She keeping it. I'm like,
she's not giving it back.
Nope.
No, she is.
Wow.
She probably like looked it up before.
I should get her on the channel, man, because she's she immediately was like, "This is Michelangelo for starters," and then she actually knows the shit.
Yeah, exactly, Bricks. And that's like, if I'm getting a reprint, I want it to be with new art or something different. I don't want just like wording to be a little bit, different color.
Yeah.
I agree.
100%.
So Bill and Ted, it's got the 2 covers. We got Hellboy and the BPRD, the 7 Wives Club. Yeah, wow.
7 Wives.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on anything Hellboy, to be honest.
I mean, he's got a resurgence though, because before COVID too, there was rumors that something was going to happen with Hellboy and all that. I do know that the book.
I mean, they did a reboot movie and it was trash, right?
Yeah, I was going to say it was trash, but there was a bit of traction afterwards, where I thought that maybe
with what
with Hellboy, like, there were some people saying that they could redo it, kind of thing, but I don't know. I never really liked them, to be honest with you. Like,
hey, this isn't Spider-Man, bro. This isn't like 4 tries here, bro.
Yeah, how many
or
times
Batman?
You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy.
Hey, actually, you know what? Just it's completely unrelated to New Comic Book Day, other than the fact that it's comic book related. But did y'all see the reports today that Bloodshot is getting a fucking sequel? How did that happen?
No,
I didn't see that.
No,
yeah, man,
I did not see that.
Yeah, I was seeing it all over the internet today. Bloodshot apparently is somehow getting a sequel.
Actually, it's a tie into Fast and Furious.
Now that would make sense. That would make some kind of sense.
It's like Dom's evil twin. I can't believe the words. Just
Right, and Riddick's gonna come in at the end.
So listen. So this next cover, I actually really like. I don't know anything about the story. Obviously, it's a #1, but Resident Alien, Your Rides Here, #1. I really like this cover. I might just pick
that green
for the artwork. Yeah. You kind of have those indigenous, Native American, that what is that thing called? That white thing. I don't know what it is, but it's like very
little totem.
Yeah, totem. I think that's what it is.
Okay, yeah, totem pole.
Yeah. So I don't know. I kind of like it. I like the green. There's not many covers in green that I can think of. I mean, there's Taskmaster, but it's not as nice. But I really like this one.
Actually, a story doesn't.
It's all right, I guess. I mean,
and it's a #1 too, right? So that's another thing. Like, I don't know. I kind of.
And apparently, this series has been optioned.
Oh, or even better. So if you pick it up,
right?
Yeah, who knows? Okay, so
yeah, if you pick it up, it's like every other series that you're gonna read.
Yeah. True Lives, Fabulous Killjoys, National Anthem #2.
That's a mouthful.
I never even heard. Yeah, I'm not gonna front.
All right, so guys. Before we go on, I got my 4th member joining the team right now to join us. He's saying hi.
Snap.
He is.
Oh, here we go.
Another True North guy, Mr. Hyper. What is going on?
Oh,
shoot, I can't even see my face because someone's
but I mean, bless. There we go.
There we go.
Green,
I can't see my face.
You got the yellow water bottle too.
Green sucks to clean.
Unite.
Good TV show on the way. It looks good. Yeah, for that alien one. Yeah, so I would assume a lot of people are going to be picking it up. So just be on the lookout for that. Again, it's green. You know.
And that's the drawing point, is that it's green.
It's green, like an alien. I got you.
Yeah.
That was
so Hyper or Face, one of you guys, or even Keys, you guys might be dropped here, okay? But don't get offended. We're just gonna bring up the previews list, okay? So nobody get offended here.
It is what it is.
Oh
no.
Ooh. It's all right.
It's the hype.
Oh, Hyper, man.
How dare you try and hide my beautiful face?
It's the new guy initiation.
So,
right? That's kind of messed up.
So yeah, we're just gonna be finishing off Dark Horse here, and yeah, we're at True Lies, Fabulous Killjoys, National Anthem #2. They got 3 covers, I believe. Yeah.
You just wanted to say that shit again.
Yeah, man.
True Lives, Fabulous Killjoys.
No.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Killjoys, National Anthem. True Lives.
Okay.
Fabulous.
Oh my god. Holy. Nah, I never heard of it.
I have no idea what's going on today.
I thought you guys were just making fun of my saying it. I'm like, I don't know. I'm just reading what it says. I don't know.
Hey, listen, I'm just a new guy.
Alan Tudyk is playing the main character in Resident Alien. I'm completely on board with it now, whatever it is.
You should.
Wait, I don't even know what you just said. What's that?
Alien.
Raider Bear just said that Alan Tudyk is playing the main character in Resident Alien. So I'm on board with whatever it is now that I know that's who's playing it.
Yeah.
I don't care. I want to see it now.
Honestly, I thought more people were going to be talking about it last week, to be honest with you. Like, I thought it would come up in more conversation, or like you would see it on people saying, like, don't miss this book.
They have a trailer.
But I haven't
I'm going to buy it now. Look, Newbie did not sell that comic with his green shit, but Raider Bear sold it with that one comment.
Hey, I'm not selling it on green. I just said I'm picking it up because I like the cover, I like the art, the green's cool, and that's it. This other stuff, that's just extra. All right, so we're gonna move on. We're gonna be going to IDW.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a lot of popular choices here, but we got Dungeons and Dragons at Spine of the World #1. We got 2
right.
copies. Anybody picking?
Yeah, I mean it's Dungeons and Dragons, so you're gonna be talking, high level fantasy stuff.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's gonna be a high printed book. A lot of people who are still into that stuff are going to be picking it up.
I gotta highlight a Sparks Comics comment, who actually I did a show with this past Sunday. You like the Mike Wazowski with the image covering up. I don't know if you guys know Monsters Inc.
I know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yo,
that's perfect.
Bro. That's awesome.
Right?
Department of Truth. I hope this grows. Yeah. We got G.I. Joe #10. If I know anybody who likes G.I. Joe, I know it's FaceTime. Face, what can you tell us about these books?
Yeah, definitely picking it up. I just started the series. I mean, obviously it's #10, so it's still early in the run. I actually didn't know that it was coming out for the first few issues, so I just jumped on it.
Are you picking up both, or is there one or more, in your opinion, that people should be picking up over the other?
I don't. I mean, whichever one you like better.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm gonna
respect
try and get the incentive, obviously. So
I
That's
kind
a
of
good
like
cover.
the first one, to be honest with you. I'm not. This one isn't terrible, but I just prefer the other one.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
I think
Freddie
I like the
Williams does
first
a lot
one.
of the TMNT stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Any Goosebump fans?
Nope.
No, not since I was like 6, bro.
What's this gonna say? Yeah, I don't
Right.
think.
Exactly.
I think this one's gonna be on everybody's pull list, but it's Marvel Action Chillers #1.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nope.
It's at the top of my pull list.
No one's getting this. Okay. All right.
Although
I
the
will say,
ratio.
not just
I
because
know newbies picking that up with Iron Man on the cover.
well, I was gonna
Yeah.
say, it looks
Yeah, but-
dope. Like I don't know, I like the cover, to be honest with you. Now I'm just kind of
Yeah, it
worried.
doesn't have anything to do with Iron Man.
No, not at all. I'm just wondering, who is the girl? Is that a girl, a female, or a male?
It's Riri Williams.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, okay, this could get interesting. And it is a #1. So I don't know. In my opinion, I would advise to get it. I doubt a lot of people are going to be picking this book up.
Well, there is a 1 in 10 for this one, so that
Yeah.
might be something to look out for.
The 1 in 10, yeah, Sparks is up. Man, you guys are on it. So has a great.
Demon in a bottle.
Okay.
Last.
Hmm.
Speaking
Long
of, man, I
time.
need a damn drink, bro.
There you go.
Now I'm thinking, Keys. Now I'm thinking, like, do we know any of the shops that might order 10 copies of this book in order to get that incentive? I doubt it.
Newbie Comics is gonna
Not
order
one that I would go to.
I wouldn't have ordered 10 copies of that book. No way. Maybe one. Yeah, but you guys know I'm heavy on Riri Williams. I believe that's going to happen. I believe all the people who are sleeping on it are wrong. But hey, everybody collects whatever they want. We got some Sonic the Hedgehog, #34. For me, that's a pass. I'm not sure if any of you guys are Sonic fans.
I like the art, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I haven't picked any of these up for the story. There's been a couple of them with some covers that have actually been pretty cool, but yeah, I haven't picked any of them up.
Yeah, and I mean, I know that some of the ratios for those Sonic series have popped in the secondary, especially like the Metal Sonic one that I believe came out a few months ago. So the incentives might be something to look out for, but the actual series itself, I'm not really grabbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
For me,
incentives
I'm
really
a video-
do sell pretty good in the secondary market.
Yeah.
True.
So is this one of those ones that is going to have like a 1 in 5, 1 in 10 kind of thing, or is it just going to be strictly 1 in 10, 1 in 25 sort of thing?
More
I
than
mean-
likely, there's a 1 in 10 on it, I think.
Yeah. Every so often they might drop a 1 in 25, but that's not a regular. Usually with IDW, it's usually a 1 in 10.
Right.
So Sparks, thank you for telling me this, because now I might pick up 2 if my shop does have it, because if it's low
Nah, I don't think it's. I don't think a shop around here will have it.
Screw Sonic, Mario's better.
I don't know. I mean, I owned a Sega Genesis when I was a kid. I kind of passed on the Super Nintendo.
Bro, I was a Super Nintendo man myself.
I'm Super Nintendo.
I'm
I
just-
have
I
both.
haven't seen you touch a controller.
Me?
You gotta get both.
Dude, that's like the first.
Mhm.
That's like one of the first things we got when we came to Canada was like Super Nintendo, which was crazy because we were poor, and
Okay.
at the time, like that thing was like $250, but like $250
Back
in
then.
1994 for a system. I mean,
Good year.
it's kind of crazy.
If Super Nintendo was your first console, that tells us there's an age gap, because for me, I think my first console was the actual classic NES.
I have the NES, bro. That was my first.
All right.
Okay.
I was a hand-me-down guy. And see, I love the video games, but I will not pick up a video game comic, man. Just like in fears that it's like a Turok. It just doesn't.
Turok, yeah.
The longevity of it's just not there for me personally.
But it's funny you should say that, because actually lately video game comics have actually been popping. In the secondary.
Yeah, they really have.
Do you think that has to do with the whole like the Miles Morales thing and all that? Because that's kind of in the Spider-Man.
Oh,
That's kind of
did I
what
not.
changing it, right? Like, and Keys are talking.
No, I think it has to do with them getting decent writers to write video game comics.
Yeah. And
I
also,
gotta put my bias aside. Check them out. Shoot.
But also, some of these video game properties have been rumored to be optioned for movies. Like Uncharted apparently has Tom Holland
Yep.
Yeah.
in the big screen, and that issue 1 is already going for like 50, 60. So I think it's because there's a lot of cinematic stuff going on in video games right now that translates to movies. That might be another reason why they're kind of popping right now in the secondary.
Now
Definitely.
I haven't seen Sonic the Hedgehog the movie. Was it good?
I haven't seen it either. No.
I haven't
Okay.
seen it, man. I
Yeah,
passed.
no idea.
You know, I usually get like a lot of people are usually like, "Man, how did you not see that? Jim Carrey's Canadian." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. I don't know. Jim Carrey hasn't really been relevant for like 20 years.
Oh,
I don't know."
oh man.
Since like
Oh,
True. You know what I
Batman
mean?
Forever.
I gotta say, I think the last good Jim Carrey movie I probably saw was Kick-Ass 2. Kick-Ass 2, probably.
oh yeah. That was
Yeah,
fire.
right?
But,
I think the last good Jim Carrey movie I saw was
with the
Dumb and Dumber.
No, that was
would
not a
be-
good Jim Carrey movie.
What? Man, there's so many good one-liners.
Wait, is he talking about the sequel or the?
No. The sequel was terrible. I
Okay.
stopped watching after I think 25 minutes. Yeah.
No, I'm with you on the original though. The original I like.
Yeah, the original for sure. Movies during COVID are just rumors.
yeah, that's the truth.
That's
Pretty
also
much.
yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to it. So Star Wars DS9, Too Long Sacrifice, number 4.
Did you just say Star Wars?
Star
DS9?
Wars?
Star Trek.
God
Oh,
damn, you just
no,
offended. Wow.
Next.
Wow.
Next,
Wow.
next generation. Next.
All right, I'm sorry for anybody who is a fan of Star Trek. I do apologize. Star Wars and Star Trek, I really do apologize. All right, hopefully Burke,
Oh man,
Mr. Burke is in here because
that was a disaster.
usually he's never around when we're talking about Power Rangers or Ninja Turtles, but here we are. We got Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles ongoing number 111. So you got three covers. No, 2 covers.
2 covers
Yeah,
and then
no, there's 3 covers. There's those 2, and then there's definitely a retailer incentive.
Yeah.
Actually,
We will be getting the incentive at our shops. I guarantee it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much, it's with Ninja Turtles right now. If you can get it, yeah, just go ahead and grab it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I've been collecting ever since the City Fall storyline, which was, I believe, from 95 and up or 93 and up.
Yep.
I've been collecting all the covers of TMNT, A, B, and the 1 in 10.
Bro,
Actually,
I'm not gonna lie. Oh,
I've
sorry.
had. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's all you, buddy.
No. I was saying that I have it reserved at, I believe, 2 or sometimes 3 shops. The 1 in 10. Just I'm really bullish on this series.
For sure.
Yeah,
Hey, newbie, FaceTime gave me he's like, yo, he gave me some keys to look at, man. And I'm just saying, our shops, maybe we can clean house with Ninja Turtles in our neighborhood.
yeah, okay, well,
Not
let's
my
go, man.
neighborhood, but
Let's
I
go.
did it. I cleaned it. So you have to. We're starting anew,
Yeah.
Oh, you got all the good ones?
bro. Of course, with your recommend.
You didn't
Yeah,
tell me.
I had to follow your recommendations, bro. I was like, yo,
Oh,
face. I'm just
There
pulling
you go.
face. Said it. Face said it. Face said it.
Well, I'll tell you what.
And the incentives.
If
Shit.
you can find right. Well, we'll get into it later with the spec stuff, actually. But
For sure.
Bro, DM me.
yeah, there's some Ninja Turtle spec later.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? Ninja Turtles right now, I mean, I don't want to use the word unfortunately because it's not a bad thing. Like, I don't think I give enough credit because, like, I grew up even back home in South America. Like, it was Ninja Turtles for me. When I came to Canada, it was Ninja Turtles.
Mhm.
When I was a kid, like, I watched that, like, real live series where they had, most people are growing up with, like, Jenica, but, like, I grew up with, like, that Venus character. Remember? They had
from the Fox.
Milo.
Yeah. She was like what? Baby blue? Her color was baby blue. Right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Man,
So,
that was atrocious.
That's where I grew up. I love Ninja Turtles, but Ninja Turtles is selling like crazy. It's very hot right now, and a lot of people are picking up all the issues that come out. So, yeah,
Right, but Jenica is taking better because she doesn't feel as forced as the other female Ninja Turtles
Yeah.
felt past. Like when they brought in Venus and when they brought in Mona Lisa, like both of them felt really forced. Like you knew they were just doing it because it was pretty much they had to. Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Diver is higher, bro.
wasn't
Right.
Venus? Didn't they try to almost make her body a bit too feminine? Almost?
Yeah, like they drew tits on the fucking turtle. Like,
Yeah.
I don't- it was the weirdest thing ever. It was really creepy. Like, why would you draw? They drew breasts on the turtle.
Yeah.
It didn't make no sense.
No, didn't she have
I've been to a petting zoo and see that.
in the
What's
show?
that?
Did she not have a bra or something too?
No,
Man.
I don't think so.
Nah.
I mean,
I don't remember that, but I know they did.
Yo, what
they
are you
did, like,
Googling,
have,
bro?
No, I'm just saying for that time though, like if you think about when that show was on, right? Like I was in grade, I want to say I was in grade 7 or 8. So it was, I mean, at that point you are 13 years old, somewhere around there. So think about there where we are in, say, you know, social justice issues and where I'm not saying this, but I'm just saying like women at that time, like you're talking about a woman Ninja Turtle coming in like, you know, 97 to 2000, somewhere around there. I mean, it wasn't, you know, I believe that it wasn't as successful as it would be right now. And I think that's why Genesis is more popular. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Or it's written better.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
that could be.
And one of the things is like the publishers like IDW and Boom is another one with the licensed properties that they've got. They're doing things a lot differently than the publishers that have handled them in the past have. Like they really haven't attempted to expand the mythos as much as like Boom and IDW are doing now.
Yeah.
And it's really resonating. I mean, people love it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's true. Transformers, another series that's very popular, but we got Transformers number 24. You got 2 covers. Face, you're really big on the cartoons, TV shows getting into comics. I know we've had some conversations about that like a few months ago.
Right.
You're big on like G.I. Joe, Transformers, things like that. How is this run going? Are you picking this book up?
Yeah, for sure. Transformers has been, man, Transformers has been on a great run for the last couple of years, really. So I pretty much just pick up it's just everything that comes out. I just go ahead and get it added to my pull list. I really enjoy it. If you're a fan of like the old G1 cartoons, you'll probably be a fan of the the comics. So
yeah. This next series that I'm going to be talking about right now, Voyage to the Stars, I was given the information by Mr. Dollar Bin, and I remember he had said, "Hey, if you can get the Goonies homage to this book, get it." And now you're seeing the second printing of it. So I think that's a good sign. But they got 3 books coming out. So they got the second printing to number 1, and then they got number 3 coming out. Keys, I think number 1 came out like, when did we pick number 1 up? Like it feels like forever ago.
I want to say like June.
Yeah, and they're only on number 3 now. That's crazy. 3 of 4. So keep that in mind. The last issue will be, I don't know.
That second print looks identical.
Yeah, it's not.
It is.
It's like, when I saw this and I put mine beside it, I was gonna actually comment on it. There's no difference, I don't think.
Because the thing was with IDW's second prints, usually what they'll change is that little insignia at the top right.
Yeah.
Top left. That I think
Basically
the
a
original one
recolor.
is not red. Yeah. So it's very hard to miss that it's a second print actually.
Mm-hmm.
So just be careful if you're out there buying. Make sure, if you're on eBay or anything like that. And I only say this, with certain books, like just be careful what you're buying. Make sure you do your research before, because not just for this book, but like just any book, right? Like do your research and make sure you're not getting screwed. I say that because actually I was looking, and I don't want anybody thinking I'm like, like Keys said, Mr. Rich Hollywood over here, but I was looking I was looking at Journey into the Mystery, Thor's first appearance. And there are so many of that golden reprint. And some guys have that reprint up for like $2,000 or like, just to like trick people. And you got to be careful, man. You got to do your research. You got to know what you're doing, because you don't want to get screwed over, spending money that a book doesn't really deserve. So
I would hope that if you're dropping $2,000 on the book, you were pretty thorough.
I was gonna say the same thing. I mean,
well, what's
dropping
that?
$5 is one thing.
Face, what's that word? I can't say it even if the life depended on me. Those facile, what is
Facsimile?
Facsimile. Yeah. I've seen so many people get burned on those. New people coming into this industry, coming in and they buy those covers.
But
like, screwed, man.
At least they get to read the book, man. That's all I'm saying.
Look at the price.
Enjoy the story.
It's the price, exactly.
Price tag on the book.
What is up, Vincent? Oh man, yeah. So just be careful. That's all I preach. Just be careful. All right.
For sure.
Going to Dynamite. I mean, Dynamite is Dynamite.
You know what? Dynamite actually has some cool stuff this week. Dynamite number 2. There is some FOC issues where they're doing different covers for Dr. Seuss variants and
that's gonna
Peanut and Peanuts.
Here we go.
Right,
man. Bricks.
And
I'm
people are into those things, so.
Yeah, the Dr. Seuss stuff sells. Face, I forgot to ask you. Did you pick up that Charlie Brown book from last week? That red cover
Yes,
one?
absolutely.
How is that doing on the market right now? Is it very popular or?
I have no idea. It's in my box.
I'm gonna say I'm assuming those are usually very popular. All right.
Yeah, I just grabbed one for me, put it in the box, the PC, and called it a day.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go into Boom. So we got Buffy. No, that's a paperback. So
yeah, I believe that's a trade paperback.
So we got Power Rangers. Obviously, everybody knows the news that they're splitting into 2 different things. So we got Power Rangers number 1. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 covers.
Again, yeah, there's way more than that. There's a shit ton of store exclusives, and then you've got retailer incentives. Let's see, there's like a 1 in 10, 1 in 25, 1 in 50. I think there's a 1. I think there's a 1 in 75, a 1 in 100, 1 in 250, and 1 in 500.
Jesus Christ! Face, did we not see this red cover last week as well?
That's with blank cover. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So they're just coming out with them as like red ones. Then I'm assuming.
I think they're doing a different color for each issue. Like they'll do, a color for each Ranger.
Gotcha. So wait, why was last week's red then, and this week's is red as well?
No, that's because the last week was Mighty Morphin.
2 different teams.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So you got a few covers to pick from, yeah, especially if you got a 1 in 250.
And the thing is, I mean, this is another one. Boom's doing really good things with Power Rangers. I mean, they're really expanding the universe, expanding the mythos, and it's taken well if you're a fan of the series. I mean, like Burke would be an authority to ask on it because he's a huge Power Rangers fan. But like even me, I'm kind of new to the Power Rangers, and man, the runs have been amazing.
See, that's the other thing too. Like I'm with you, Face. Like I used to watch Power Rangers as a kid. I remember telling my teacher I wanted to be a Power Ranger when I grew up. Like all that stuff. Right. I had the action figures. I dressed up as them for Halloween. Of course. Everything. So when you get into, but when you get into meeting people like say Burke or Panda or Two Brothers, they are like I'm here and they're like, like they are just top notch, which is fine, right? But it intimidates you because you don't know as much as you think. Like me, I could say, yeah, I know like Tommy, Jason, all that, but there's so much.
Oh yeah, to it and there's a huge. I mean, the Power Ranger universe is huge. There's been, I couldn't even tell you how many different TV series, and they're all interrelated.
Mm-hmm.
So,
man, the Pink Ranger actually lives in Toronto, Canada. She lives. Yeah, she's I'm pretty sure she's Canadian.
He probably knows her location.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, she does all the cons around here too, and like she makes bank. Like she.
Right.
He is very popular. Those original characters, man. They always. It's always. I remember here they had the guy that played Zach. Forget his first name.
He was the Black Ranger, right?
Yeah, the Black Ranger. And every time, man, his line is always packed. Like always packed, long, everything, and like yeah.
Of course, I mean they're Power Rangers. They're still cool too, even today.
I got into like acting at some point when I was younger, and I like tried out to be a Power Ranger. I think like you could have like a great.
Oh, so you were a shit actor.
But just think about that. Like, think about your life. It's like, hey, what'd you do in your life? Oh, so I was a Power Ranger for like 2 years, and now I just go to all these like Comic-Cons and I get paid. It's like, oh, okay, well.
Hey, you know what? Actually, on a side note, because we're talking about Power Rangers, and it's sort of related in that the star of it, or one of the stars of it, is the guy that played Tommy Oliver in Power Rangers. But
Jason Frank, yeah.
If you look up on YouTube, Ninjak versus the Valiant Universe, there's like a 2-hour movie. It's campy as hell, but it's amazing. Way better than the Bloodshot movie.
Yeah, you showed me that link last night, actually.
Right? It's awesome.
I'll have to check it out. Yeah. He's like, he's reaching like Pope-like religion. Like when you talk Power Rangers and you talk that guy, like it's crazy.
For sure. He's been around the franchise since it started.
All right. 7 Secrets finally comes out with another book. I feel like this series has just flown by, to be honest with you. I feel like number 1 just came out like a month ago.
It has, but it's because it's been so good. And like, I can't even really say like there's been a whole lot that's happened in it, but I've been anticipating every issue of it, man. It's just a really good read.
Yeah, I mean, a series is good when you read the first issue and then you go back to the shop and you actually get multiple copies, because certain series you kind of have a good feeling about it. That was my take when I read issue 1 of Seven Secrets.
Were you guys able? And I'm a little pissed because me and Keys were at the shop when number 1 came out, and he was actually lucky enough to get number 1 in that poly bag.
Which means I haven't opened it yet.
Yeah, but a lot of people missed out on that one, man. And I remember it was there, and a few days later I went back and they were sold out. And it's one of those. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, I grabbed 2 of the poly bags, 2 of cover A, the 1 in 10 and the 1 in 25, I believe. Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah. Well, they do have 2 covers.
That's a lot of faith, bro.
They do have 2 covers.
I mean, I did the same thing. I just grabbed one.
It's just like, when you read certain books, you kind of have that feeling that, all right, there's something special here. That's how I kind of feel with 7 Secrets.
So, right.
Exactly. I was just going to say, there's the 2 covers. I prefer the Friesen variant, over the main. Big time.
The Jenny Friesen,
Yeah, the main one. This one doesn't really. I mean, I don't know. Just doesn't really do it.
I don't know, man. I like that style, man. That's just
I'm gonna pick up one of each one, but that's just because I enjoy the series that much.
How face rolls.
Find them when they are dead. Number 3. This is again another series that's really hot. I don't know. Few people talk about it. I have not really picked anything up from this series.
It's pretty heavy sci-fi. I've enjoyed the first few issues. It does feel like it's kind of slowed down. Like the first issue was like amazing, and then after that's kind of felt a little slower since then. But I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, I mean, I read the first 2 issues, and like the first issue, I was with it. Second issue, I kind of found that it almost felt like a setup issue more than anything. So I'm almost hoping for that issue 3 to kind of pick up the pace, because unlike 7 Secrets, we only find them when we're dead. I'm almost taking a wait and see approach at this point.
Yeah, exactly. It's been good, but it hasn't been great yet, I guess.
Yeah.
You're talking about we only find them when they're dead, right?
Yeah.
Babe?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
See.
Let's see. All right. So that finishes that side of things. We are going to get into. You want to do Marvel before we do DC phase, just because we got it right here?
Yeah, well, however you want to do it, man.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into Marvel. This is weird. I'm leaving DC to last. I think that's
the last, baby.
I think that's
Because
the
you're
first
such a big DC fan.
I'm telling you that right now. Now, we got Amazing Spider-Man 52. We talked about this last week, and we only brought up the Thor one. But this cover, Face, you were with me. We both think that these covers are going to be very sought after, very collectible. Like, I feel like people are going to be picking up all of them, kind of like the timeless ones.
I mean,
I like this one.
I don't know necessarily how like sought after they're going to be, or how hard they're going to be to find after. But I mean, as far as I like the covers, so I just went into my LCS and I was give me one of each one of them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I don't know. I'm
like
kind of noticing, and I don't know if you guys have noticed. There's a lot of people collecting all those timeless ones, and I just assumed that with the timeless kind of ending, I kind of just saw these ones as kind of like the next one that people would collect.
Yeah,
fair enough.
They actually have a few of them going on right now. Like there's that series. There's like the Nullified series.
I
mean,
anything exciting happening in Spider-Man 52? Or are we still?
I just like for this whole Last Remains storyline. Like, I don't know. I'm not really sure where they're going with the whole shit as far as Kindred goes. But man, it really I don't know. Just there's kind of a vibe to me where like they're trying to do something with one more day.
Yeah.
Like maybe they're gonna finally get rid of that shit or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just been.
It kind of has that vibe. It's hard to say though.
I've not been keeping up, man. I dived in and then I just immediately left. It's like this isn't for me right now.
Man, I haven't been on Amazing Spider-Man for a minute, and it's just it's not really like it started off good, and now I'm just reading it to read it.
Yeah, I mean, like I was telling, I think Sparks a few days ago, like my thing with Spider-Man, it almost feels like an abusive relationship where I'm in it and I'm getting nothing from it, but it's almost like I'm waiting for something to happen.
Right. Damn. Exactly.
So you're saying it's not fun as hell?
No, the thing is, I mean, the thing is, okay.
I'm playing. That's not horrible joke.
It has it has its moments, but the problem is, I think a lot of people agree that a lot of the stuff you could have gotten there much faster. Like
pacing is awful.
Definitely.
Yeah. Was anybody surprised by the Harry Osborn thing too, or
what's that?
Like, was anybody surprised? No, right?
Probably the most.
When the news dropped, I didn't care at that point.
Yeah, like I didn't even give a shit.
Yeah, I think that's more of what I was thinking. Not maybe surprised is the wrong word. It was just kind of like, oh, okay, like
I agree with Sparks, man. I hope at the end we get a good just knockdown, drag out fight between Kindred and Spidey and kind of give us some sort of payoff for this 55 issues of fucking man just dragging your feet.
Previews Champions number 2. I don't know. I kind of have a feeling with this one, to be honest with you. I don't know. These Champions books are very popular right now. I'm assuming this one's going to be. A lot of people are probably going to grab it, but I don't know. I just have a feeling with this one. I don't know why.
And the thing is, there's a 1 in 25 that I'm actually banking on as well from one of my shops.
Yeah, I think this is the one that you were talking
and it's a really nice 1 in 25 too.
Yeah.
This is just one of those books. I have a feeling, and like you guys in the chat just heard, FaceTime Hyper They're also on it. So I don't know. Maybe get to your shop tomorrow and pick it up. But this is definitely one I'll be picking up for sure.
Yeah, because
25. I don't know if there's going to be 25. Is there a 1 in 10 for this one, Hyper?
no, it's only 1 in 25.
Yeah, just yep.
Yeah, because the thing is, I mean, a lot of people actually don't even know there is a 1 in 25 that exists for this because it hasn't really been marketed that much, and there's no exclusives actually for issue number 2. Issue number 1 actually had, several store exclusives. Issue 2 didn't, so it's almost like this issue is kind of flying under the radar at most shops.
And I think they did a late reveal with the 1 in 25 too, didn't they? Like,
yeah. Well, actually, no. Actually, I saw the 1 in 25 before FOC.
was it? Okay.
Yeah, because I remember actually asking my shop when come FOC that I wanted the 1 in 25. So they actually had to, like, my shop actually wasn't planning on ordering enough to make the 1 in 25. He actually had to increase his order.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
Sparks is saying, yeah, just the 1 in 25, and it's an issue 2, so low print run likely. Yeah. Right. I don't know. Like I said, I've got some high hopes on this book, and I know Hyper has dropped some knowledge in chats that we've had with them as well. So yeah, this might be a book. If you guys can find it in your shop, definitely get it. If you can find that 1 in 25, I would see how much you can work out a deal with with the shop owner and see what you can get.
And issue 1 was a pretty decent read. I mean, I'm curious to see where they're going with it. Having that certain person betray the team. I'm kind of interested how that's going to play out.
Yeah.
Burke had made a comment when he dropped in. He said, "Did I know if Iron Man 3 was dropping?" I did know that Iron Man 3 was dropping because of these covers. I knew it was dropping. I'm definitely picking this one up.
Hey, I got a question. Does it look like he has a fucking leg?
Bro, right, and that's the reason I haven't picked any of these damn books. Well, besides,
actually,
I'm not letting go of the leg, man. I'm not letting go
either.
I've been on that leg thing for like months, man.
Bro, it happened. Y'all ignoring it. It happened.
Yeah, his leg came off, and we're just ignoring it.
I will say I don't like the main cover. Like I don't like this at all.
Why? Because he has 2 legs.
It's not a cover of mine.
Yeah, I don't like both legs being there.
Bro, he does not have a leg up on the competition this week.
No, definitely not.
Oh, okay. So, for the Americans, because here in Canada, we don't have, or at least in Ontario, Hyper, you're in Quebec, but
yeah,
we don't have variants come out in our Walmart.
No, we don't.
We don't have shit coming out Walmart.
So, yeah, so Louis dropping some knowledge there for you guys. Walmart had a Champion Miles variant come out this week.
Yeah, actually,
Walmart's like a quarter store.
Spark showed that also, yeah.
See, that's what I used to like when, because we're so close to the U.S., right? So, like, going to shops, even shipping books that you sold and stuff like that, it was so much easier because you literally took a 15-minute drive into Buffalo, into Rochester, into that area, and you were there, right? And now it's like, with the border being closed and all that, it's annoying because you can't get in, you can't go to the Walmarts, you can't go to the Targets, pick up some stuff that only you guys get, and even go to the shops. It's fucking annoying.
Yeah, newbie, can you show me that variant again for Iron Man 3? The Reggie.
Which one? Oh, this one?
Yeah. I don't know. It almost looks like he's going down a giant water slide in those, water parks,
right? Yeah, I can kind of see that.
Actually, I'm with it.
Yeah.
All right.
Zen's dropping some knowledge here. X of Swords is great so far. The X-Men Mythos has expanded so much in a short amount of time. I'm hyped for Captain Britain versus Iska. Loving it, but where is Moira?
Yeah, so I am not at all hyped for Captain Britain versus Iska because I'm pretty sure Captain Britain's gonna fucking die. I don't like it.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people messaging me about Captain Britain. I had 2 guys actually message if they should pick up the first appearance like a week ago, and I was like, I don't know.
I mean, it's Iska the Unbeaten. Like, I don't think that Jonathan Hickman is playing about that.
Briggs is saying, good question. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be unfortunate. It really is. But yeah, I do think that Captain Britain is gonna lose, and I'm gonna be very sad.
Very sad.
Yeah, we just got her back.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's
she might
true.
lose a leg that we're gonna forget about or some shit.
No, shut up.
Right.
Slubber, man.
Well, they did do that where they killed Kitty Pryde off, and then she was showing up in X-Men Fantastic Four series.
Yeah.
So, we just do shit like
Moving on to Magnificent Miss
continuity.
Marvel. Obviously, become a character that's super popular lately, obviously, since that casting announcement. But we got issue number 16. I'm probably going to pass on it. You guys picking this up or not?
I mean, it's in my poll.
It's on my pull list.
Yeah, because I mean, with this and Miles, I'm basically kind of banking on most of these Outlaw miniseries. Not miniseries, but like all the ongoings that tie into the Outlawed series. So Miss Marvel, Miles Morales, and what's the one that's coming up? Power Pack, I think.
Yeah, Power Pack's another one coming out.
Yeah.
Is there another one too, though? I thought there was 4.
New Warriors, I think, is the other one.
Yeah, is that still coming out?
I'm hearing rumors that it may have actually got nixed.
Yeah, I know that it was coming out, and then it got pushed back, and then canceled, and then they were like, "No, we are going to release it, but we're going to push it back again." And I gave up.
Marauders number 13, second print, X of Swords cover. We also got Marauders number 15 coming out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna pick up the number 15. I'm not gonna pick up the second print because I'm not really sure why we're doing a second print.
Yeah, it's kind of exhausting.
Now Marvel is still doing those zombie resurrection things, 4 out of 4, which means this will be the last week that we're seeing this. So that's good. There aren't many issues of Miss Marvel left for this run.
Yeah, actually, to address Spark's comment, the series is apparently going to end in January. So
yeah,
right.
And more than likely, it'll probably be relaunched a couple of months later when they start the Disney Plus series.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah.
Drawing ink for someone finally.
With the obligatory number 1 issue that'll sell 100,000 copies.
With the exclusives.
Yeah, that's what they're hoping for anyway.
Man, I've passed that Dark Hawk number 1 book so many times. But if you're saying it's going to be worth something, that's good. I just don't know. I don't know, man. I see that book all the time on eBay, shops, cons. I don't know. I just never a book I picked up. I don't know why.
That book is actually heating up recently, just because apparently there's rumors how it's being researched to be brought into the MCU. So, yeah, apparently people have actually been hoarding that particular number 1 in recent few days.
Now,
next is Turok.
I want to say something, and most of you guys know it's not a secret. I am not huge on Star Wars. It was just something that I never really picked up on. And
Star Trek?
Yeah, I mean, you called it Star Trek last time.
I apologize. I don't hide from the fact
phasers to noob.
I'll never admit to just knowing something. I don't know anything about Star Wars, but what I do know is a lot of people are saying, and a lot of good people who usually drop a lot of spec info and things like that are saying, do not miss Star Wars Darth Vader number 7.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna ask you why, because if you know me, I will fight tooth and nail to why the hell we should pick it up. I'd be like, why?
This is the first appearance of.
Oh yeah,
it's the new casting.
Piper, help me out here, man. I don't know the character. I can't say the name. Hold on.
Osi of Bestoon.
Oh yeah. of the
Bro, who had one job? Oh, nah. I want a whole separate live for me to. Oh,
Nah, but
bro.
also there's another first appearance. Some fucking thing of the Webbish bog or some shit.
Okay, all right. Let's go back to my boy OG. Oh, what happens?
Yeah.
Oh, we all know how he dies. Oh my God, hunting who? Not a Jedi, but two regular people. The man's couldn't get two regular people, and he's a Jedi hunter.
Man, I'm telling you right now, Keys. I know you want to fight the power here because you are Mr. Star Wars. I know you're very particular on which ones to get.
Yeah.
But when I'm telling you, and you can see in the chat, man, a lot of people are saying, make sure you don't leave your shop without picking up one of these covers.
See, okay, I mean, like, speaking for myself, I don't collect Star Wars either.
Yeah.
But I did pick up issue 6, and I did put issue 7 on my FOC. And actually, I even put issue 6, the second print, because it has his first cover appearance.
Yes, it does, and that's actually a really nice cover too, man. Like,
yeah,
that's the second printing that I paid for.
Star Wars guy. Darth Vader 7 is definitely a big book to get. Dude, Keys, I'm telling you, tomorrow, make sure you make that call because it could be one of those. Now, I'm not saying...
He's not going to do it out of protest now.
I'm just saying. You might regret not getting it later. That's all I'm saying, right?
For him, it's now just a matter of principle. Even if he finds it in the dollar bin, you probably won't pick it up now.
Yeah.
It's on my pool list, so I'm not worried.
He made an appearance in a shit movie.
There is a Darth Vader number 7. Now, this is a variant. I think somebody had mentioned this up in the chat earlier. I think it could be Sparks. If I'm wrong, I apologize. Whoever said it, but somebody had said that, the variant. So yeah, there are 2 books. I'm probably definitely going to get the main one for sure. I think when we talked, I called to actually put mine aside. The shop had said we only ordered 6 copies.
Oh, damn.
So that kind of tells you how many people, who didn't order it are probably going to go to all the shops and say, hey, do you have this cover? Do you have this cover? So yeah, just be careful.
Copies. Well, I think I fucking ordered more than that.
Yeah. Jeff said he only had 6 copies and he was only able to put one aside for me because somebody had canceled or something.
I've heard similar stories, man. So I don't know how much I believe on that one.
Wow, that's crazy. There seems to be a lot of that going on lately.
Yeah. Luis is saying I would pick up the second print of Darth Vader number 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
When does that come out? Is that one? That's not already out, right? That one comes out.
That one I think might actually come out. Is it this week?
It might be next week.
It might be next week. Yeah, because if it was this week, I guess you would see it on.
Yeah, right. It would be in the previews.
So definitely,
it's either next week or the week after.
Yes,
I know it's soon.
Manny. Okay, so before we get off this Star Wars stuff, so Manny had posted something on his IG, and it was basically about that Darth Vader book, and people are already selling it. I believe Manny, put it in the chat if I'm wrong, but people are still like selling it low, almost like $12, $15, something like that. So I don't know, man.
Wait, they're selling the Darth Vader book for $12 or $15 already?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So,
that's crazy.
And you know what? And it's not just me because Hyper just said, like he's not really big on Star Wars and he's picking it up. So I don't know. Luis is saying the release date is November 18th.
Okay, so next week.
So yeah make sure you guys call in that book for next week then. Another series that's super popular and I'm sure a lot of people are going to be picking up, but it's Strange Academy. You got Strange Academy 3, the second print, and then you got 3 covers of the Strange Academy number 5. I'm assuming you guys are picking this up.
Yeah, I'm not picking up the second print, but I'm definitely on the main series. I like the character spotlight covers.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I've gotten every one of those so far. I'm going to try and get all of them.
But be on the lookout for the third one, the Ramos learning variant, because that one, they didn't even release that cover art on FOC. I actually found that out, I think maybe 2 weeks before the release date. So that might be the cover that might not be ordered as heavily as the other 2.
It's almost got that
Yeah.
like home to heroes or heroes of home or whatever face.
I think that's what they're going
Yeah.
for. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from it. But yeah, if it's not on FOC, I mean, it could be a gem. Definitely a gem.
Right.
We got Taskmaster #1. He's getting his own series. What?
I thought this shit came out before COVID. I really thought it did.
I think because I believe this was supposed to have been released closer to the Black Widow movie, but
Yeah.
because
Like I
things
thought I
have-
remembered it coming out though.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, but I guess they kept pushing it.
I guess so.
Man.
So he's like human / skull there. He's jacked as hell. And then it goes into skull. And then they're doing that timeless variant thing where they basically black out half the face. So that's, yeah. I'm probably going to skip it. But it is a #1. So, I mean, I don't know. There's chances of new characters, things like that. So just be
I'm not too big on these miniseries from Marvel. Like I'm not picking a Maestro or a Taskmaster. Like
I'm the
usually
same.
they do. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Some of them, some of them I'm on if I want. Like Maestro, I jumped on, but that's because I thought, that's a character and the situation, the environment that I would enjoy. This Taskmaster is one that I'm probably not gonna get on because, like, I don't know, it just looks boring as shit.
Yeah.
Now I know Magic Lasso was in here earlier, and he's big. And I know there's a few other guys that are big on these, but the True Believers. This week you got two of the Beta Bill, Beta Ray Bill one. I mean, it's a very popular book, but you also got that Black Panther, Fantastic Four 52. I'm expecting a lot of people to pick that one up.
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
Aren't they dollar books or something?
Yeah, they are. They're literally dollar books. Yeah.
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 Okay. All right. Cool.
I'm probably not going to pick them up. I haven't picked them up. They had an Iron Man one, and I passed on it too. So.
Yeah, I'm not going to pick any of them up.
Now, I can't remember if it was Face. I know it wasn't Keys, but somebody was talking about Wolverine a few weeks ago. We got Wolverine #7. You got 3 covers.
Yeah, that's going to be more of the Exoswords. And actually, there's Wolverine #6, second print. That's the first appearance of Solemn, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not. I think it has a different cover. I'm not sure.
It's a dope cover, though. I gotta admit,
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be picking that one up. So that's one.
And then to finish it off, yeah, you got that X-Men #4, Facsimile.
Facsimile.
Facsimile, bro.
Wow, man, I'll get it one day. I promise. I'll get it one day.
Just go
And you
reprint.
also have X-Force 13 has got a second print coming out, and that was the first cover of Solemn. So I'm not really sure what they're doing with that one, or if it even fucking matters. But yeah, that's getting a second printing too.
Yeah, but it's kind of weird because that was really because his first cover and his first appearance were both released on the same week.
Right. Exactly.
So guys, just last comment to make, but Manny there is asking if anybody who's ready to eat the last copy of Star Wars 7. I know a site that has only one copy left for $3.99.
Ooh.
Man, I would.
I got mine, so I'm good.
Here in Canada, just because of the conversion and everything like that, Manny. So if somebody wants to jump on that, message Manny, let him know in the chat or message him directly. Oh, he's telling you right now. My comic shop has
there you
go. Go.
I don't know. I mean, I don't see Key's hand. It's kind of hiding behind that cover. Maybe he's like secretly typing.
Man, I will take a video.
He's just trying to get it right now.
I will take a video of him going and picking that book up, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you worry. So yeah, so that's it for that. We will go into the DC stuff now. So let me just get that stuff ready. And yeah, I personally, like I said, I mean, I'm not a Star Wars guy, and I'm picking that up for sure. Keys is like, nope. Yeah, he's very particular. He's a
newbie.
he's one of the craziest Star Wars guys I know. His passion for it, but when it comes to the comics, yeah.
So
No.
I know one guy
Hey,
that
newbie.
really like.
Newbie, I will be right back. 1 second, okay, man?
Yeah, no worries, man. We're just gonna go into the DC stuff.
Yep, go ahead.
I'm not the DC guy, so this should be interesting. Boom. So let's get into it. So we're gonna take that out, that out, that out, that out.
Oh, it's gonna take a while, man.
It's not gonna take a while. So we got
Yeah,
Detective
it is.
Comics 1030. Keys or Hyper, if you guys want to take the lead on this one, go right ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot. So
Well, I mean, this is just a continuation, I think, from the story from last issue where they introduced that new character, the Mirror, I believe his name is.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
a reflection of society that Batman has created.
there you go. So this is just a continuation of that story. So if you're picking up that, hop on this one.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I like this. What's DC? Yeah. Isn't it the skateboarding company or whatever? We got Flash 765. I have never picked. I'm gonna tell you guys right now at what time is it? It is 9:51 Eastern time. I have never purchased a Flash comic in my life. I don't have a Flash comic in my pull list.
I picked one up here and there mainly just because there's a first appearance or whatnot. But yeah, I haven't actually picked it up in terms of as a run collecting or anything like that.
Nothing, man. I don't know. I've never picked it. Flash has never been a character I've liked personally either. Just never a character. And even now with like Ezra Miller, it's even like more of a turnoff to pick it up or read it in my opinion.
But bro, that's the movies. These are the comics.
Yeah. Well, no. That's what I mean. Just like, you know how they like warm you up to like kind
of.
It's just kind of like, nah, I'm good. You got Wonder Woman 766.
I'm actually picking up the Middleton covers for that series because I think those covers actually look pretty dope.
How many covers are there?
There's usually just an A and B.
Yeah.
But the B covers are pretty good.
Wonder Woman, I don't even think I have one of those either.
No, I
Yeah,
don't either.
I don't think I have a Wonder Woman comic in my.
No.
But you know what? I said that about Captain Marvel, and now I have 3 Captain Marvels in like a matter of
like
2 months. So
wait, 3 issues?
yeah, I got 18, and then I got 23, 2 copies. So
that's just 2 issues, bro. Chill.
no, technically it's 3. 3 books.
Chill.
3 books.
Chill.
Yes, they have covers A for $12, and I only see 1 cover. Oh, so that's the Star Wars stuff. Yeah.
Is the entire show going to be a segment of the saga of the Star Wars issue 7?
Man,
Probably. That's how we do this show.
One of those tomorrow, like, hey, did you miss out? Did you fuck up? Because I'm honestly like, Manny knows because he posted it, but they're already at like $12-15. I can see it tomorrow, even later on in the weekend, just reaching on a higher percentage.
Bro, if
FOMO is real.
just experience the same hurt that I did with these newer movies, bro, you'd be like, I'm not picking this up either.
Okay, so I will tell you, one of my COVID winter things that I'm gonna do is I am going to watch all
all of COVID summer, bro, and that was the lockdown, bro. This is
wait, you're gonna watch all of what?
over here.
Like I'm gonna try to watch a Star Wars movie once a week, maybe 2 a week during the winter.
Have you seen any of it?
That's a lie.
Now,
what is this try? What is this try?
I know there's a lot of you guys who
Do or do not.
There is no try.
There is no try.
But Keys and Hyper will let you know. Here in Canada,
I'm force choking you right now because you're just talking nonsense.
Winters are hard. Okay, so when the winter comes and the snow comes, I don't go outside until the spring. Like I'll go to work, but I don't do much. So I'll use that.
Well, that sounds like a perfect time to watch fucking Star Wars.
I just don't. I don't know. It was just never something I was into. But I'm gonna do it this winter. I promise.
Wait, newbie, have you seen any of the Star Wars movies? Not even the original?
Nothing.
His original is Phantom Menace. He's gonna say it right now.
Oh no! Don't do that, please. Don't.
And I'm gonna slap him.
Please don't do that.
All right, moving on to DC because I want to Spec talk, guys. So Superman 27. I will admit, I love black cover.
Yeah, you like the cover.
I do like it, but I will never pick this up.
Why not? It's a black cover, man. You like that?
It's not one of mine. Oblivion Song.
You're not gonna pick that cover up.
No.
Wait,
you might get that in a 9.8.
No, I'm gonna save my money for Star Wars 7. I'm gonna make
Okay. All right. I can get on board with that.
I need to drive to like 4 shops tomorrow just to get that cover, to get that book. So
yeah, I have a feeling I know which cover I'm gonna be posting on my IG, and I know which person that won't be liking my IG post tomorrow.
Right?
I like it just to hate on it, bro.
So we got Green Lantern Season 2, number 9. Face. Are you picking any of these books up or no?
No. I tried to give the Green Lantern season whatever a shot, and yeah, it didn't last very long.
Punchline.
Grant Morrison's writing is very hit or miss for me. I'm either really, really into it, or I just couldn't care less. And this is one of those times where I just wasn't into it.
The thing,
we got some news here. So Bricks is saying origin story in Superman 27 of a new villain.
Yeah, Sinmar, the alien
right.
I think they introduced in 25.
Yeah.
Cool.
But wait,
So
isn't
what's that?
Aren't they ending? Isn't Bendis ending his run on issue 28?
Yeah, I know he's ending it soon. I'm not sure exactly what issue it is, but I know it is ending sometime in here in the near future.
Mm-hmm.
The Punchline special number 1. Obviously, Punchline has got a lot of traction. You know, a lot of people are revisiting that. I believe it's Batman 92.
92, the ratio.
Yeah, the ratio, that purple one. So
yeah.
Punchline is obviously hot. So I'm assuming a lot of people have already picked it up today or will tomorrow.
Yeah, there's about 36,000 different store exclusives to this, and I probably have about 35,000 of them coming.
Yeah, I'm passing on this.
Yeah, there's a ridiculous amount of exclusives, but they're all dope. So
yeah,
I mean, it was a very good read.
Wow.
I might be just picking the 1 in 25 designer variant on that one though.
Yeah, I grabbed that too. I mean, it's
this is another book I think is going to be very popular just because a lot of people talk about it. A lot of people like this, but it's the Dark Knights, death metal, that kind of genre of things. But it's a number 1. I don't know. Keys, are you
They're all number 1s now, bro?
It's the Lobo issue, so I mean, how you not grab it?
I don't like Lobo.
Yo, but actually,
this is new.
What?
I don't like him either.
No, but
you don't like Lobo?
Yeah, I don't know if it's the biker thing, the main man, bro, the Hulk Hogan thing. Face, you still love me. You still love me, bro. Come on.
Man, you know the thing with Lobo though is the fact that you can find his that number 1. What's his number? Yeah, I can't remember.
Omega Man number 3, I believe.
Yeah, that's the one. That book is up and down all the time. I remember I came across a 9.6 and it was at $100, I think, and I was like, oh, I should get it. And then I just thought, nah, it's DC, and it just goes. It's one of those books that it teases you. It's like, hey, buy me because this could be something. And then it's like, no.
Here's the thing.
But
yeah, I mean, Lobo's one of those characters. He's got a niche following. I guess there is talk about possibly an HBO Max show.
That's what I heard also. Yeah.
Which would be great if they do it. But it's gonna have to be R-rated. Definitely R-rated for Lobo.
No, but that issue has a 1 in 25 that actually is doing pretty well right now. It's actually pre-selling more than the ratio right now in the secondary. Because it's basically Robo with the red cover.
A lot of the retailer incentives for these death metal one shots have been doing pretty good.
Yeah.
That sucks, Luis. I'm sorry to hear that. That's crazy.
Oof, ouch.
Hey, you know what? Just if you want a positive silver lining, things happen for a reason. Maybe, I don't know. but that does suck because I would be pissed if I was in your shoes. I'd be pissed.
Oh man.
Fuck. All right, and the last book on DC before we get into the spec is Hawkman 29.
Yeah, I think that's the final issue of this series.
I haven't read it.
You think they're gonna end it on 29, not reach 30?
Yeah, I believe so. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I know it's ending.
Has it been really picked up? Like I don't know a lot of people that are talking about it. Nothing like.
You know what? Man, Hawkman, like I've been on it here and there. It actually hasn't been too bad of a run, and a lot of the B covers that have been coming out through the entire run have been fucking phenomenal.
I was just gonna say that
But
also.
it just flies under the radar, bro.
Yeah, they really did, man.
That's true. All right, so this is my favorite part. I'll probably go last. Hyper, if you got anything you want to add or talk about, definitely put it in. Keys, if you got any spec, but we're going to be talking spec now, ladies and gentlemen. So, Face, you want to start?
Yeah, well, let's talk a little bit of generalized spec. We know we got some big events coming up here soon with King and Black coming on, and we're getting close to the end of the Venom Beyond story arc, and if you've been following along with how these runs have gone, it's probably about time to start selling your Codex shit.
Amen.
Yeah, like it's probably only a matter of time before we see Codex disappearing at the end of this arc, and then it's gonna dig right into everything with Null. I believe is how we're gonna see this wrap up.
It was still selling, so that's issue Venom 27. We're still selling at $25-$30.
Right. So getting as we're really getting into Null, after that you've got a lot of I guess the big event is gonna be the Avengers with the Phoenix event that's going on.
Yeah.
And they're starting to do some different things with that that you can catch here and there. They're doing a run of the Phoenix variant through, I think there's like 5 or 6 different issues that they're on.
With the Phoenix variants?
Yeah, the Phoenix variants.
I don't know.
There's several, but yeah, I haven't actually been keeping track of those.
There's too much. Too many. There's that many.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many events going on coming up here.
But I'm with you, Face. I've been trying to sell my Kodak stuff because I feel the same way.
Yeah, it really does seem like it's about that time. I mean, that's the end of the arc.
It's just almost the way I see it. It's almost like a big middle finger with the whole virus stuff, the whole Codex thing. It's literally just a big middle finger of like him being like, "You bought my shit," like that's just how I'm viewing it. Because it was just a big waste of time, in my opinion. Obviously, people are still heavy on that free comic book. They want, like I talk to people all the time about that book because some people think I'm obsessed with it. When it came out, I picked up a bunch of copies only because my store had it and they said, "Yeah, take it," because they didn't even know what it was, right? But a lot of people are still obsessed with sending it to CGC and getting that label that says, this is the first appearance due to COVID and blah, 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 blah. And they're talking about the historical significance of it. But I mean, you're spending $40 just sending the book to CGC.
I mean, I guess the hope is, though, that at the end of this arc, because it almost seems like it's been written into a box, because, I mean, this is all taking place in, I guess, what is like an alternate Earth.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't seem like there's much longevity for this character, because at the end of the arc, Eddie's got to come back to the main Earth. So
I just see somebody.
Codex is done out of that. Like, where do you go with them unless you bring them along? That shit really doesn't make sense.
5 years from now, like 5 years from now, that's sometimes the conversation I have with myself and with others is, okay, 5 years from now, where's this book? Are you paying $40 for this because of the CGC thing that says, hey, because COVID happened? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I've got like 10 copies left, and I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now. I've sold some books on eBay recently, and I've added one of those books in there just because it's like, all right, like I gotta, like, we have a store here that still has like a stack like this, and I posted a video of it. And no one's picking it up. Like, we go almost every week, if not every other week, and it's still there. It's a joke.
Yeah, I mean, our store still has a stack of them too. It's the same way. There's probably at least 20 or 30 of them still on the shelf.
But Face, I just want to bring your point about, with Codex, yeah, possibly, let's just say that he is written off. Do you think there actually might be a chance that he might have a bit of like that niche following, almost like Anti-Venom, where you don't really hear about Anti-Venom, but he still kind of sells pretty well?
I'm hoping so, and I'm hoping that they find some way to bring the character over into the main Marvel universe, at least periodically, because it is an interesting character, and there's been a lot of interest in it, so you kind of hope that you get to see a little more. But here we are. There's only really like one issue left, and we just haven't seen that much development of the character. It feels like a throwaway.
The thing with Anti-Venom, I think, is okay. I'm trying to simplify it, but like, okay, we all know when someone says Venom, what that means. I think that people just, when Anti-Venom came out, they just associated with, okay, maybe this could be as popular as that. I don't think a lot of people thought, okay, when they heard of Codex, I know for a fact people, because I fell for it too, like the virus stuff. I thought virus was going to be something. That's why I jumped on it. The Codex stuff, I don't know if it's got that popularity. I can see what you're talking about with the niche, but I think the small body of work that's been done is not enough. I don't know. It could be something that they revisit later on. I'll keep a book in my PC, but I don't know. I can't see it being anything crazy.
Are they going to bring back the actual character? No. But now we know that Dylan's further character development will always have a dark side that he will possibly turn to. You know what I'm saying? There's always going to be that inner struggle now, especially with Eddie. Eddie sees what Dylan can be now. So it's just going to, it's more like.
And maybe that's going to be the lasting result that we get out of this.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I mean, also, don't forget, at the end of the day, Marvel is a business first and foremost. So if they see a character is getting a bit of fervor, like Codex is, maybe Donny Cates might be one and done with him, but who's to say another, author or someone won't pick him up in another series? So if they see that there is a bit of buzz in a character, I wouldn't exactly put that character to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are saying the same thing, like in the chat. Everybody feels the same way. What I will advise everybody to do is, if you have multiple copies, just keep one, because there's always that what if, okay? You don't want to be the guy that sold them and then, 2 years later, a year later, you never know. That's just the world we live in, so just keep that in mind.
Yeah, and it's really hard to say, too, because, like, you look at the different characters that Donny Cates has introduced, and like Virus, it really looks like there's pretty much no more potential there. Like, really, I don't think we're going to see that character come back at all. Black Winter, on the other hand, still seems like there's a lot of potential. Like, it feels like there's a lot more story there that we didn't get.
Black Winter?
And, hopefully we can get the same stuff out of Codex and maybe even Null.
Face, did you say Black Winter?
Yeah, he said Black
Winter, yeah.
I didn't hear. Sorry, I apologize. I didn't know what you were talking about there. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to talk about Black Winter because, I mean, Hyper, I don't know if you've ever heard this story. I know Keys. I mean, I have to apologize almost every time we go into a comic book store, because that week that Thor 5 came out, there was probably a stack like this, and me and Keys were there, and we looked at the stack. There's no limit. We could have bought every single one.
And you passed on it?
And Keys was like, what do you think about this? And I looked at Keys and I said, man, I don't know. I'm not feeling it. And then we left. And now, now you're seeing like, 9.6s, 9.8 for like $200, $250, and it's just like, So when people talk about Black Winter and Thor 5, I don't like talking about it, man. It's
Actually, that story isn't as bad as when I heard how you guys passed over the Kanto number ones. That one actually broke my
Right?
heart.
Oh, but who got that
But
back,
Steve
baby?
got that Kanto though.
Did you? Okay, all right.
Yeah, he
because
went back and got it.
Because I sent 3 of those
Hours
to
before.
PGC.
Thanks, Jeff, for hanging in, man. Appreciate it.
See you, Jeff.
Marvel Zombies coming in. Yeah, I've heard somebody talking about this, Sparks. I don't know. Maybe we know the same person, but somebody was saying that, yeah, they feel the same way. Marvel Zombies coming in the Ultimate.
Right. So I guess getting back to the spec, another character that I've been looking at again lately was Echo from the Daredevil series. The rights for Daredevil should be reverting back to Marvel here anytime now, and there's already rumors about Charlie Cox, picking the role back up and getting back into it. And before COVID hit and everything like that, there was a lot of rumors about the Echo character being a thing in whatever iteration was going to come along of Daredevil. So looks like it's getting ready to be about that time. So started looking at the Marvel Knights run, Daredevil 9 and 10, her cameo and first appearance, and then New Avengers number 11, where she took the mantle of Ronin.
Okay. I know that.
Daredevil, I mean, it is coming back. I hope they do keep Charlie Cox as the character. I don't think I want to see another Daredevil, to be honest. Same with Punisher. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I would love if they brought the Punisher. I didn't mind that actor. I think he did a really good job.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he was great.
And you kind of saw it with the Flash, right? I know it's 2 different properties, but with the show, I mean, I don't watch Flash or anything like that, but the people who I know watched Flash said, you know what, they should have went with the show guy, the guy that they had in the show. And then when it was Ezra Miller, they were kind of like, what the, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, it was kind of like they had a perfectly good Flash. Why in the hell do they need another one?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, but regarding Punisher, if they were to bring it back, they definitely have to keep that hard R rating. I mean, if it's going to Disney Plus streaming, I don't want to see a watered down Punisher. I'd rather keep my memories with the Netflix series.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I feel about Carnage. That's kind of how I feel about Venom 2. That's kind of how I feel about all those. Like, if you're going to bring these characters that are like, fucking psychos and killers, show that. Like, I don't want to watch a movie where, like, I was saying this to Keys and I think FaZe. Like, I don't want to see a movie where they bring Carnage in and Carnage is like, and then it just goes to another scene. Like, I want him to, I'm not into gore, but like, he's a fucking psycho killer. Like, I want him to get that symbiote and like have that axe and like cut people, like, I want to see that. It worked for Deadpool and it worked for Wolverine in Logan, right?
Yeah.
Saw how successful that was because we got to see the true, and I say that because you don't get to see the true characters in some instance, right? Where this one, you got to see the character, what they were, and you saw how successful the movies were.
Yeah, I mean, even forget Carnage, just the character Cletus Cassidy, he's tailor-made for he's a legit serial killer. So, but even before the symbiote, he's a character that you definitely won't be able to fit in the Disney Plus streaming profile.
And Woody Harrelson playing him, I mean, that's just like, that's a perfect casting. They were, somebody went and they got a copy of Natural Born Killers and they were like, yeah, just do that and you're good.
They just got to do away with the wig because I feel like with that on, I feel like he's going to give me a Happy Meal or something.
I found out an interesting bit of trivia here not too long ago. Kind of funny. Maybe one of the reasons that Woody Harrelson seems like he would be so good in that role, I found out, I guess his dad was like a serial killer or something like that.
Who's?
Or like some kind of a hitman. Woody Harrelson's.
Really?
Yeah.
So he kind of fits the
right. Maybe there's some tendencies there. Like he's got some inside knowledge.
I'm not gonna lie, that's unsettling as hell.
So
Bro.
it's almost like
Right?
rather than
Like,
let's
that's
help this dude,
crazy.
we're gonna cast him in movies to bank on his psychological trauma.
We're speaking Spec, right? And we're
It
talking.
worked for Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah. We're talking Spec and we're talking Carnage. I just want to get you guys' opinion. Obviously, 344. I mean, I think the problem here with
361.
no, but I was talking about the
Cletus Cassidy.
Cassidy one, the first appearance. Such an easy book to get, very cheap. But then I stopped myself and I said, you know what? Like, I think that's the problem with that Carnage book in general, that 361, is that it's so heavily printed, and I feel like I have a 9.6 first printing. I just think that book, a lot of people are sitting on it and waiting for that trailer. And I don't think they're going to get, and myself included, because I'm waiting for the trailer to drop so I can sell it. I just don't think people, and I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think people are going to get the dollar amount that they think they will with that book just because of that print run. What are you guys' thoughts?
Wow. I mean, I think I will personally get the exact dollar amount that I want to get for that book, which is fucking zero because it's going nowhere.
What's yours? Yours is raw or is yours graded?
Yeah, it's graded.
Yeah. So here's a little bit more insight into this, okay?
Mhm.
I think people are thinking they're going to get Venom price for their Carnage. And I don't,
ASM 300, yeah.
And I don't think that that's going to be the case. That's all, you know?
But
Like,
yeah.
Now they're selling
But
for 400, and I think if you have a 9.8 at 400, do you want to sell it now for 400, or do you want to wait for the trailer to come out and you sell it for 5? And then just kind of watch. I don't know. Like, it's just because it's so heavily printed.
Right, but in regards to what you're saying about it being heavily printed, ASM 300 was pretty heavily printed too, and it's worth,
So Comic Night is saying Comic Night is another Canadian. So we got another Canadian, somebody's opinion who I value a lot. He's very knowledgeable in the community up here in Canada. He was on the show. We did a Cosmic show. So if you haven't subbed him up, you haven't checked this stuff out, go check him out. When he talks, when he drops hints, when he puts books, I listen. He's saying if it's not 361, just go ASM 316. You just hook up, did you not? Did you pick up ASM 316 or no? No? Okay. Or you might have posted about it or something, no? Didn't you?
Nah.
You did. Okay. Never mind.
I was like a 3 for 47 or something.
Yeah, okay.
Something different.
But yeah, that's just my.
Oh, that was anticlimactic.
Damn, I just paid for that part. No, man, you're good. No, somebody. Maybe it wasn't you, but somebody had posted they had ASM 316, and I just thought it might have been you. But yeah, he's right. I mean that's a good book.
For sure, definitely.
Yeah, Face. Sorry, but before we switch gears here, so your Carnage, your 361, you said is graded.
Yes.
What is it? 9.6 or 9.8?
9.6.
Is it newsstand or just the first printing, just like the normal one?
I just drilling this guy.
No, mine is just a normal one. It's not a newsstand.
So you're thinking, like, and I'm just asking because I have the exact same one. So what are you thinking you would be able to get come the trailer, come drop of the movie, right? Like, what are you thinking of getting? Like, what do you think is a good price?
I mean, honestly, I haven't even thought about it. Like, I wouldn't even consider selling it. I mean, Carnage is one of my characters, so that book's not going anywhere. But
because of that,
if I was gonna look at a price for it, I mean, I think they're going for like what, around like $250 right now or something like that.
American?
Yeah, I think somewhere around there.
Yeah, I think they're going for 3 Canadian wise 9.6. Yeah, they're going for about 380, 400 Canadian.
Oh, maybe they're going more than I thought then.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna wait. Obviously, I hope I'm wrong. I'm just thinking, the more you talk to people and the more you just kind of evaluate some things, the thing I'm hearing a lot is people are saying, "Oh, it's gonna be like Venom." I don't know.
I mean, Like
Venom,
with any book, like the best time with any book, at least as far as they have a relation to a movie or TV series or whatever, the best time to sell it is right when that trailer drops.
yeah, absolutely. Here's the thing, though. Venom is not a. You can make a Venom movie and it not be R-rated, and it's fine, right? Then you guys have also heard me say marketability. Okay, Venom. You can sell Venom at Walmart and get little kids to buy Venom stuff. How are you gonna make? How are you gonna make an R-rated movie of a psycho killer? Okay, and then sell that stuff at Walmart for little kids to buy. Like that's where I'm kind of like I don't know. That's just where my thought.
I mean,
there is a bit of struggle in the marketability. I hear you.
So
Well,
that's it.
Yeah, I mean it is tough trying to market it to kids and everything like that.
Yeah. Because like I've yet to see a kid dress up for Halloween or talk about Carnage in my whole life. You know, like it just doesn't happen because it's not like for us. We know the character, right? It's kind of popular now, especially now. But for people who are like, that's not an A-list character that people think about.
But the thing is, I think to someone's point where they said that Venom was a primary symbiote. The thing is, before Carnage was almost like the yin to Venom's yang. So he, it's almost like they were always joined from the hip. You'll see them in a lot of covers together. He has a few miniseries. So I agree, Carnage is not going to get the same boom as Venom, but I also think that he has that cult following, not so much like Moonlight, but he has that fan base out there. So
yeah, I just think it depends on how successful it is because obviously it's going to be R-rated. I don't think it's going to be a doubt in my mind it's going to be an R-rated movie. So it just depends on how they do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's going to be up to the guy 18 plus to dictate how popular it is and if he comes. Guys, I don't know if you saw in the chat, but Keys is off to bed.
I'm out of here, boys.
We're going to be saying bye to Keys.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Hiker,
come through again. Face. Oh man, I gotta go to work, boys.
I guess that's a passable excuse.
We'll get you on next week, all right?
Right on. Hey, before I go though, dollar bin finds wise, I feel like it's a good time to buy Static Shock. We're talking not static, but Static Shock, which is like the second volume.
Man, I had that on the list for later.
Bro, I have issues 1 through 4.
He's stealing your thunder.
Copies. Like, bro,
he's jumping the gun.
Static movie.
Keys,
can't make a static movie, bro. Without the dreads, bro. You need the dreads. You need the gangs. And that's where you can find them all. Issues 1, 2, 4. That's it. That's Key Issues exclusive, baby, with a little bit of face. And I'm out here, boys.
Take care,
you. All right, man. Have a good one, Keith.
I'll see you with the Darth Vader number 7.
And then there was
boy.
Peace.
And then there was 3.
All right, so let's eliminate the Carnage stuff. Face, the floor is yours again, brother.
Yeah, so since Keith was just talking about it, we can go ahead and get into the Milestone stuff. That's going to be another big one. We know they're bringing back the Milestone universe for DC Comics, and it sounds like they're going to be doing some movies, TV series, something along those lines. For Static, at least, you would think. Which, obviously Static's the big character in that universe. But there are several other, characters that play a big part. Icon is another big one. Yeah. Essentially, they're the Milestone universe is equivalent to like a Superman type figure.
Right.
Another one that you got is Hardware. Sort of like Milestone universe answer to Iron Man, that type of character.
That book was super cheap, like a month ago, I think.
What's that?
That book was super cheap, like a month ago, I think. I don't know the prices now.
Yeah, all of these. Icon #1, Hardware #1, and the last one that I was gonna mention was Blood Syndicate. number one. They're kind of, I guess, it's a team book, but they're all big players in the Milestone universe, and all of them go for relatively decent prices. You can grab them, probably less than $20 for all three of them, really.
Yeah. That's good, man. Yeah, I remember we were talking about it not too long ago, and I remember I think I had said, I'm like, oh guys, get this, like I forget who, but somebody had posted like pictures of the 3 books, and I was like, ooh, I think this is the one. And I remember when we checked, it was like super cheap, but I made the mistake of not even following my own advice, and I did not buy it. So
Right. Actually, I think it was me that posted the pictures, because I actually just got those not too long ago.
Jorge said you would find them in the dollar bins. Everyone knows about them now. Yeah, that's the problem, man.
Yeah, exactly. They are starting to go up. I mean, all of them, they were exactly like you said. You would find them literally in the fucking dollar bins. Like, you would pick them up for,
And that's kind of what we try to do here, right? Like, what we trying to do. We try to like remind or like, kind of put emphasis on like some books that you might have passed. I know I have.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So Face, that's it for your spec stuff?
Well, the last thing that I would mention is, and these are actually not they're not too old, but a couple books that just came out not too long ago. The Ninja Turtles 101 and 105, the leader books. Here in, I think it's in January, TMNT 113 comes out, and it's featured on the cover is the adult version of Lita. So,
well, not just
whatever
Lita,
they're gonna do with her is gonna start there.
What's that?
It's all the characters there, the adult version. So it's almost like a
exactly.
Shit.
Yeah, I think the weasels and.
So basically, go and like put it on your FOC order now, so you're not scrambling when it comes out.
Right. You probably definitely want. I mean, especially because Ninja Turtles, like, there's been some serious issues with the distribution of specifically these books for some reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, you'll want to get it pretty much as early as you can. You'd like try and lock it in.
On that? Because I'm assuming the early January stuff would already be on FOC, right?
No, it's not on FOC yet. You definitely got plenty of time.
2 months. So wouldn't the first week of January?
No, you're thinking of the catalog. You're thinking of the catalog, not FOC.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Hyper, do you got anything to add for Spec that maybe people should be looking out for?
I mean, I was actually just talking about this with someone actually in another chat. Jason Todd, the Red Hood. It's no secret that he's actually going to be appearing in the Teen Titans. And I kind of find that he's a bit slept on because he doesn't actually have like a prominent writer to actually, most of his DC series so far have been mediocre at best.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a character that is flying under the radar, but he almost has that cool factor. And actually, if you've seen his newer costume, it almost, it's like a revamp of what he had before. So
it's really weird because he seems to be a character that has like an amazing initial design, and then they just fucking go nowhere with him.
Yeah, like, I mean, but I have a feeling
series, but it doesn't do anything.
Well, that's the thing. But I think once a solid writer gets attached to that character, it's almost like the same thing with how Donny Cates, what he did to Venom. Like, but before Donny Cates, Venom had a following, but his popularity soared after Donny Cates, took him on and produced him. So
Scott Snyder's been talking about doing a Nightwing series. You know what? Hell, that would be pretty cool to see Scott Snyder on Red Hood.
First time I've heard that, actually, and I don't know if it was you that told me the first time, Face, but that is not the first time I'm hearing that. So yeah, it could be. Now, I like the fact that you brought up the Red Hood thing, but I'm also happy that Jorge brought up this, the fact that it is pricey, because I have a video with, I think it's got like 8 books, 8 keys, big time keys that are down in price. And if anything, if you can look at a market and kind of predict something, it is that when big keys are down, that's kind of when you want to buy them. that Red Hood book is kind of down in price right now compared to where it was a few months ago.
Yeah.
You know, this wouldn't be a bad time to pick it up because that's where you kind of want to get it, where it's kind of like quiet, no one's talking about it. Yes, it is pricey. Everyone has a different definition of what cheap is and what pricey is. But I mean, where that book was, if you take a look at that book, say January, and then take a look at it in, say, May to now, you got 3 different price points there. You know, you kind of have to take advantage of when a book is, especially if you're a Red Hood fan, a DC fan, a Batman fan, hardcore into it. This is probably a time you want to pick it up.
Yeah, and the thing
For
is, I
sure.
mean, my philosophy is like, if you find that the big key is, you know, outpriced in your range, go for some of the, you know, secondary, you know, issues that kind of tie into that. It's almost like it's no secret to people that, you know me, that Hulk 181 is my grill, but obviously we know the price of that, so I tend to go for the other key Wolverine issues, like, you know, the first issue in a solo series, or that Frank Miller 4-issue miniseries. Same thing with the Red Hood. I mean, if you don't want to go for that first appearance, go for the issue where his identity is revealed. I think that was Batman. Hold on, I think I wrote that down.
If you're talking about that, I would also assume you probably have Hulk 340, the first battle or the second battle, right?
Yes, I do. I have that. The Todd McFarlane cover.
I think that one is a very slept-on book. I really do.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just one of those things, like my gut feeling, again, my personal opinion. But it's no secret that Kevin Feige has, not always, but he's talked about how iconic that would be. And I don't think it would be out of the realm to see that fight happen, especially because I don't think we're going to see a Wolverine and Deadpool, but I can definitely see a Hulk and Wolverine one. So I think that could generate some buzz in that book, especially if you can buy it cheap now, where it's like, again, on life support, it's not really talked about. It's a good book.
And the thing is, I mean, with the collecting community as of late, they don't just go for first appearances. I mean, first appearances are usually the go-to, but they also go for key moments that are replicated in the cinemas.
Yeah.
So, like, I'll give you an example. Endgame, Robert Downey Jr., when you put on that gauntlet, that New Avengers issue, which was like a dollar bin issue for the longest time, it popped to like $20.
That black one where he's got the gauntlet and all that? Is that
no, it's not a black one. It's the one where Iron Man has the Infinity Gauntlet. It's in the New Avengers series.
Yeah. I thought there was black. Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
No, it's not.
What you're talking about? Yeah.
Actually, wait, was it black? I'm not sure, but
I think it
was.
was.
But at any point, it was an issue from the New Avengers that basically was a dollar bin fodder for the longest time, and then once that scene, you know, came in Endgame,
it jumped up to like $50 overnight.
and even Captain America yielding Thor's hammer. What was that, like Thor 290?
Yeah.
So it's not just
even Thor when the hammer was changed, right? Like when he changed hammer, like even that book, like you saw the price change in that one too. And
you mean Stormbreaker?
Yeah, the thing is, like, and someone had actually had this conversation with me, which was intended to be a 10-minute conversation, ended up being almost 2 hours. But we started talking about first appearances. And then we started thinking, we're like, okay, after A and B list first appearances, what are you actually, like, eventually they have to create new characters or something, because you can't just, you know what I mean? Like, you can't spec on, like, every freaking character, right? Like, there's obviously going to be characters that are worth nothing. So you have to look at, like, events. You have to look at origins. You have to look at certain things like that, right? So, yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, I mean, characters that tend to have a richer backstory, the beauty with those is it's not just first appearances you could draw from. You could draw from moments in that character.
Yeah, like for me, for example, right? Iron Man. Iron Man guy, there's no secret to it. Obviously, Tales of Suspense 39. It's reachable, but I just can't pull the trigger. So Iron Man. But then you look at things like the Demon in a Bottle.
I was going to mention that, yeah.
That's iconic to that. So obviously, Iron Man people have that book, right? Like
exactly.
It's you're totally right on that point, man. You're hitting it on the dot. Yeah, for sure.
Sorry. Yeah. The other one that I mean, with Jason Todd, the other series that I would probably pick up on is Batman: Death in the Family. I think that's also an underpriced miniseries. I picked that up at Fan Expo Canada. I think the whole set for like less than $100.
Yeah, I
So-
see.
Yeah, that's a really underrated.
Yeah, I
like,
see the
I'm
books
right there.
all the time, man. I think I go
Mhm.
anywhere I go, not shop, but any like private dealer, they have it. Any flea market, there's always one guy that just has those books.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm not sure
Right.
how they're gonna go about the genesis of Jason of Red Hood and Teen Titans because they never actually introduced Joker in the series. So but I
Yeah.
mean, so I'm not sure how they're gonna. Yeah, I'm curious how he's gonna get to that point. Unless Joker's gonna be a new character, they're gonna introduce. But how many Jokers are we at this point?
Yeah, because didn't like the actor whatever the kid's name was, he even said he wanted to play that scene. Like he wanted to play his his death scene where he gets beat down by the Joker with the crowbar.
Jesus.
Because that's an iconic panel.
That's
Like,
not morbid at all.
Yeah. It is iconic, man. You're absolutely right.
Right.
because I
definitely.
mean, it's a bit of a spoiler, but those frames are almost replicated in the Three Joker.
Oh man, some dude spoiler.
Right?
I remember I made a comment about the Titanic movie and someone was like, spoiler. I was like, fuck, the movie came out in like 96. Give me a
Well, also, did you think that the boat was gonna make it? I mean,
like, there was another
It
movie.
was so close.
There was another movie I made a comment to. They're like, "Oh, I haven't seen it." I was like, "The movie came out in like 06." I remember that because I remember saying like the movie came out in 06. But I can't remember
Yeah,
what.
I think that was like last week.
listen, my thing is once you're online, even after a week removed, especially if it's a popular series, it's fair game. I mean, don't get butthurt if something is spoiled. If you're going on to certain forums that you're not supposed to be on.
Listen,
Yeah, you got like a week.
really good. I'll usually go see the movies. So I don't know if you know this, Hyper, but in Canada, even though the movie says it's coming out Friday, the movie actually comes out Thursday. You go on Thursday.
Yeah.
I'm always there Thursday at 7:00. He's can attest to this because he's there with me. We go there Thursday. If you have not seen the movie 2 weeks later, that's your fault. I can talk about it. I usually give 2 week period where I'm like, okay, I can talk about this in the thing. But I remember it was fun because when Endgame came out, obviously, like I was a mess that game. I was a mess that movie. Sorry.
I saw it on opening night also. I saw it on Thursday. Yeah.
But my sister watched it.
How was New Mutants?
I don't fucking know. New Mutants, yeah.
I haven't even seen you.
My sister messaged me, and I didn't know she was done watching the movie. I assumed she was done. But she messaged me, and she's like, "Oh my god, like Iron Man is fighting and da 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 da," and I was like, or she said something like, "Oh my god, like Endgame is." I was like, "Yeah, well, just wait till like it sucked when Iron Man died." And she's like, "Wait, he died?" Like,
wow.
It was like 4 or 5 months later. Like that's on you.
It's kind of a weird. I mean, it's a. I don't know why they do this kind of setup where the people going into the theater, like for the next showing, are right there when the people are exiting. So it's almost like you're going to be right in that line of fire where the chatter's coming.
Dude, it reminds me of that Simpsons episode, and I just say that because
I was thinking that too. Yeah.
Where like Homer comes out, and he was like, "Whoa, who would have thought Luke Skywalker or Darth Vader was Luke Skywalker's dad?" And then everyone's like, "Oh, what the?" And just like losing it, but it's true, man. It's like we could have fixed so long ago in life. Just make it
muted.
Different. Oh man. Well, onto my spec.
Yeah, let's hear it.
It's funny that you say about like events and stuff like that. There's no. So I was kind of debating because I had some Guardians of the Galaxy spec, and then I had some Rogue spec. I'm gonna go with Rogue this week. I'll probably talk about Guardians next week. So definitely.
Oh man.
Yeah, definitely.
You don't want to drop 2 bombs this week?
Yeah, no. Because I gotta secure my bag first.
Oh, you gotta get your copy. I got you.
Right. So we're gonna talk about Rogue, and then we'll finish it off. I really do appreciate everybody tuning in. So
Oh,
yeah,
you know something else we should mention actually, that just came up, I forgot, was Department of Truth. That series is another one that you'll want to keep an eye on if you can grab
Yeah,
it at your stores. It's
yeah.
only 2 issues in or whatever, and it's already optioned.
yeah.
So that's
Is
pretty
that a
big
fact?
for
Nuts.
But Face, is that a fact or is that a rumor?
it sounds
Clearly
like
it's option now.
confirmed. I mean, as it's
Okay.
multiple sites have reported that it's option now. So
Okay.
Yeah. Well, hey, yeah, it is a popular book and storyline, so definitely check it out. So yeah, so
right,
like next week, Guardians. This week, it's Rogue.
Let's
Now,
hear it.
talk about Rogue because obviously, people think about that Avengers Annual 10. That is also a key that right now is down, down, down in price. And like my man Murphy Lee says, what goes up must come down. Well, guess what? If you were watching the market, you would have picked up Avengers Annual number 10 a while ago, especially if you're specking on the character. But a few books that people aren't looking at right now, and you can find these, okay? But you're looking at X-Men Gold number 30. What is X-Men Gold 30? What is X-Men Gold? That's actually the marriage of Gambit and Rogue. If you're like me, you know these two characters are coming. They have to make them super popular. They're gonna be super popular because look at the characters they've already had. I think Rogue obviously is coming in Captain Marvel 2, but Gambit is coming. So that is not a big book, but you can find it for $1. So if you're looking on the investment side, that's an event. That's something that could happen in a movie. You could maybe see that. I could see it creep in up to maybe $20, somewhere around there. The next book is Mr. and Mrs. X, number 9. A lot of people have stopped doing this in the community. They've kind of gone to the first appearance and second appearance. A lot of people aren't doing the first appearance and origin anymore. But that's the origin of Rogue, and a lot of people don't realize that. You could get that book literally for like
Really?
$3 to $5. Yeah, $3 to $5. I've seen it in the wild. $3.
I didn't even realize that
you know
was an
why?
actual Rogue issue.
Yeah.
You know why I think people got away from the origin so much is because of all the damn retconning. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
how many different origin stories have been retconned later? So you had that origin story, in 1982 or whatever, but then in 1997 they went and retconned the shit out of it, and now it's
Yeah, but it is
not only not accurate, but it's not worth shit anymore either.
It is interesting to see though, like 5 years ago. It's not that long ago, right? 5 years ago, people were like, if I don't get the first appearance, I have to get the origin. And now we're transcending into that first appearance, second appearance stuff. There's no right or wrong. I mean, everybody collects a certain way. I'm just throwing out some facts out there that a lot of people really miss this book. Like they miss it in the wild. They don't see it. This is an origin story. You can get it very cheap. The other book, and I'm not saying it has the same value as Wolverine when he joins the team, but X-Men 171, that's when Rogue joins officially the X-Men.
I think I have that one.
Yeah, that's again another book that's like $5. Like people.
That's the one where That's the one where Wolverine is almost like getting his ass kicked on the cover, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Are you gonna? How's Newbie gonna do fucking Rogue Spec, and my girl is sitting right here, so now I'm gonna have to spend all this damn money.
Sorry, man. You guys know how I feel about Rogue. She was my first crush. So the other book, and actually Sparks was just talking about it. There is a ROM book. Okay, there is a ROM book. It's per set. So here's the thing. So if you go, I think shout out to Key Collector, but Key Collector has all the information there. I've looked it over, and not like my opinion matters on a magnitude of his, but it is all actually pretty accurate. There's a tie-in with like two books that came out the same day. But the book that you actually, I think, is really slept on is Marvel Superheroes number 11. 2 reasons why. First, it's the chronological first appearance.
Right.
Second, Face, I don't know how many times we've talked about this. Anybody on my team, anybody who I talk to, anybody who messages me and we talk Rogue or Captain Marvel or things like that knows that I say this all the time. This is the first battle between Captain Marvel and Rogue.
Right.
Not a bad book. It's cheap. I think you can find this one. I don't have my notes around me or anything, but I think you can find that book for about $20 somewhere. It might be less,
but again, this is to the point where if the MCU replicates that moment and you see that on screen for the first time, that's the issue that'll pop.
Yeah, it's event, man. It's event. Like, look at that. What's that Amazing Spider-Man? I think there's 3 or 4 covers for like the wedding of Peter Parker and Mary Jane or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a $20 book.
Yeah.
It's like some copies even reach that 25 range. So again, if you're looking at an investment side, you buy the book and you find it in a dollar bin, or somebody who doesn't even know what they have. I've gone to private collectors in people's garages where they've had X-Men Gold, where they've had this stuff, and they're selling it for $1. And I have like 5-6 books, and the guy's like, you know what, just give me $5. Okay, so I saved $1. So I got 2 books for free. So when you do it like that, you know, you never know. Years down the road, guess what? It's a $20 book, $25 book.
You know, I will say this as far as it goes. With Rogue and Captain Marvel in the MCU, I would really love to see that play out on screen, the way that it should. But I feel like if they ever actually do it, in the MCU, and I expect that at some point they probably will. I'm not sure whether they'll do like the full movie, or if it'll just be, you know, an after the credits scene or some shit or what. But I feel like however they do it, when they have Rogue take her powers, it's not gonna be like it was necessarily in the comics where she just kind of did it. Like, they're gonna have her under some kind of other influence, because you know, Rogue, you know, these movies are, you know, whether they're getting PG ratings or even R ratings for movies like Deadpool and everything, kids are seeing these movies, and they're aimed at kids and marketing to kids, you know, because they can sell the toys and everything like that. So they're not just gonna have Rogue flat out do some villain shit, I don't think.
No. Well, I don't know, man, because I predict personally Marvel and Captain Marvel 2 at the end scene, if not the actual ending of that movie or partially that whole movie, it's her and Rogue, and she takes her powers. And I don't know. The thing that I will say is
that's definitely the way it should go. I know that.
Rogue and Gambit, if you don't think it is, that's fine. It's your opinion. But you have to look at something. Sometimes it's like, I'm not the biggest X-Men guy, right? So like for me, sometimes I get blurry. I get you know, sight vision with Iron Man stuff, right? Like sometimes I do have to ask other people, because if it were up to me, I'd buy all the Iron Man stuff. Stuff that's not valuable, but it's Iron Man, so I have to have it, right? So sometimes when it comes to Iron Man stuff and I'm debating it, I ask other people. But when you're talking Rogue, you have to look at what's going on here. Okay. Hugh Jackman is done playing Wolverine. I personally do not think they are going to have a Wolverine show up the first day, the first movie, the scene of X-Men that we get. We're not going to see a Wolverine. What are they going to build on? I think there's 3 characters they're going to build on. They're going to build on Gambit. They're going to build on Rogue. I don't believe the Jubilee stuff. Like, if you guys want to buy, you know, anybody in the chat or anybody you guys know, if you guys want to buy up that Jubilee stuff, you want to buy a 9.8 for $250, hey, go for it. I think that a lot of people are going to screw up on that one, because what I think is going to happen is they're going to solely make this thing Gambit, Rogue, Storm.
Wow. Okay. That's
bold. I don't know, because they have enough room to focus on a lot more characters too.
Yeah, but the main three before they get into like a reincarnation of, say, another Wolverine. Because I'm not saying Wolverine's not showing up. I'm just saying if you think, okay, like tomorrow we wake up and they say, hey, the X-Men movie's coming out December 1st. If you think there's going to be a Wolverine in that movie, I think you're going to be disappointed because I don't think they'll touch it until later on.
Well, also the other, you run the risk that if you do, let's just say for the sake of argument, you cast another actor as Wolverine, everyone can't help but measure him to Hugh Jackman. So that kind of puts him at an unfair advantage.
Yeah.
But that's kind of interesting though on how you predicted it would be Rogue. Because my thinking is like there's a couple of moving pieces for them to actually interact for the first time. Gambit and Rogue, I mean, I could see a Rogue going in with Captain Marvel, like in her universe, but I'm just thinking with Gambit coming into the picture, I just feel like there has to be another movie or two for them to actually meet up.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, like I know, like in my opinion, I think the characters that we're going to see right off the bat is going to be Cyclops, Beast, Storm. They'll maybe add it, but I've been a big believer in the sense that they're going to do it. They're going to follow the blueprint of how the Avengers came. Like, I don't think it's going to be a straight up X-Men team thing like that.
Right,
I think it's going to start off slow. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's almost like everyone has their own solo, and then they all kind of come together, kind of thing.
No. Like, okay, hold on. Like, I don't want I don't want my word. Like, I don't want this to get out of hand here, or like, different. I think Wolverine is coming. I just think, like Cooper just said, and a few other people in the chat, I just think it's going to be hard for them to like, okay, the first X-Men, boom, here's a Wolverine. Like, I feel like some people still aren't like grieved or like over the whole
exactly
Hugh Jackman kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like the breakup. We're still in that like fresh breakup scene. So yeah, I don't know. That's just my opinion. I just hope they don't like focus everything on like Cyclops because I feel like he's so lame, man.
The thing is with Cyclops, I mean, like when I read the X-Men, I kind of find Cyclops is almost like better when he's with an ensemble. I'm not really into solo Cyclops adventures. And but with
they've even like sold like the miniseries, man. Like even I think they did like Cyclops and Jean Grey, fucking miniseries. There was like 6 issues, and it was just not interesting.
No, I mean, he's very much the vanilla Boy Scout. I mean, I know they tried to give him a bit of an edge. They try their best to give him that edge, but I don't know. I mean, he's kind of cornered into that Boy Scout kind of image, to me at least.
I mean, it took him killing Professor X before his image changed at all in the Marvel universe. Like, he's just been so stagnant for so long.
But that's how I also feel about Beast. And where's the question? Oh, to Jorge. Jorge says, what X-Men will be the first in the MCU?
I think it's Rogue.
I was going to say Beast.
Really? Okay. Because I just feel that Rogue has that way in with Captain Marvel, like in her movie. So I feel like she would be that segue to the mutants. But I'm curious how you think Beast would be actually the first mutant in the MCU.
So Jay Hood is saying they did Spider-Man without an origin story to start this time. They could do the same with X-Men. They don't have a great origin to begin with. Absolutely right. I mean,
right. That's really the best thing that they could do is just skip the origin stories.
And
make some fucking movies.
Yeah, but
because I mean, we've seen the origin stories for most of these characters. How many times now?
Yeah, but you also got to remember when was the first X-Men movie? That was like 2003. It's been 17 years. Right? Like people who are just getting into this industry, who are just getting, whether it be comics, whether it just be the Marvel movies, whether it just be the cinematic universe, that like you're talking about someone who's 17 years old, 20 years old, who may like I watch those movies and I'm like, oh my god, this is garbage. But I remember when it came out, I was like, this is amazing,
But the thing is, even those movies, they didn't actually do an origin per se. It almost like it took place right when they're at Professor X's mansion. So they're actually the only character I think that actually did a real true origin was, I believe, Wolverine in his own solo movie. and we know how well that
And
did.
look how that turned out.
Yeah.
I think the best movie out of that was like the last one, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I obviously I believe in the Wolverine, but when you start getting into these, okay, we're not going to see origin stories. Okay, so then there's two ways we could go about this. Do we bring in, and this is touchy, man, because like even when people talk to me about the Iron Man thing, like I remember somebody was like, "Oh man, don't," like somebody had messaged me and they go, "Hey man, don't worry about Iron Man, man. Like in 2 years they'll make another one." And I go, like, are you out of your mind? You think they're going to touch that character in 2 years? You're
well, also, the question is, would you want to see another Iron Man in 2 years? That's the other thing.
No. Like, I'm okay with it. Like, I've gotten over it. Like, I'll tell you right now, me and my girl watched it last year again. And, like, and you know what? Whatever. I had tears. I was like, oh, my God.
Yeah, I'd actually be pissed if it came out in 2 years. It's almost like you got all this emotion out of me 2 years ago for nothing. Like,
Yeah.
I basically almost had to tilt my head up so that those tears didn't fall down in the movie theater.
Yeah. And you know what? I was there when I saw Hugh Jackman pretty much go too, right? So that's just the only comment I'll make is like I don't know if the first right off the bat movie it's going to be like, hey, here's a Wolverine.
I don't think so either. No.
Like so, I don't know, but in retro,
You know, I wouldn't mind seeing him do Laura Kinney for a
X-23.
while. Yeah.
I mean,
I hope they do X-23. I hope they bring her in and keep her or Dakin, like his son. Like I feel like eventually we're gonna have to
Right.
get these people's like children. You know what I mean?
yeah, because I mean they do leave that thread dangling after the last Wolverine movie. So
Yeah.
Not to mention,
And she's a great character.
yeah, and I hope, and no one's actually mentioned this, but like let's not forget, we haven't seen one thing when it comes to Wolverine.
What's
The
that?
yellow suit.
what's that?
The yellow suit.
The yellow suit. But because I'm wondering,
Yeah.
We got teased at the end, but
I'm wondering if that's more of a marketing decision because it translates well in comics and in cartoons, but I'm not sure how it would look
yeah, like
in the screen. That's because it's
I think Hugh Jackman just doesn't want to wear that shit.
like almost like all the
You know what I mean? Like he's like, nah, I'm good.
But if they were to ever do like
Yeah.
a Hulk versus him, you think that you think whoever plays Wolverine is just going to be in jeans and a wife beater?
yeah,
If
I
it's
see
Hugh
your point
Jackman,
there.
yeah.
I don't understand why they teased that. I forget at what movie, whatever movie it was. I don't remember. I don't know why they teased us with that yellow. Like they should have just never even done that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
I mean,
I
I maybe it's just as a fan service kind of thing they just did it.
Yeah. They will get to Young Avengers pretty quick. I agree with you right there.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the price of that book now. Like in the last 3 months.
Young Avengers is set up to be a fucking franchise.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if no, but I'm wondering if that's going to be more of a Disney Plus streaming show or if more so than a movie. That's because
Yeah.
I think it's got.
The best way that they could do it would be Disney Plus because then they have a lot more opportunity to explore each individual character and just do a lot more with them. And like I said, I mean, it's set up to be a franchise. Like it can carry several shows the same way that they ran the Netflix shows.
But you also have to look at this, and this is I'm not trying to play devil's advocate here, but you also have to look at. Do they want to just continue doing the same characters, origin story, reboot, origin story, reboot, or do they want to get new characters? Do they want to get the children? Do they want to get new teams? Things like that. Because let's face it, this is the pinnacle of comics and the movies and everything like that. Like we're at the popular of the popular of the popular right now. So do you really want to go back into like how it was in the early 2000s where we got those X-Men movies and we basically got 3 reboots of Spider-Man? We saw Uncle Ben die 3 times.
Was it 3 times that he died?
Maybe 2.
I know he died several times, yeah, but yeah.
I'm
I see your
damn
point.
tired of seeing Thomas and Martha Wayne die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, enough. How many fucking times are we gonna kill them?
Right. So yeah, that's just something that like sometimes you just have to not necessarily follow the comic, because I know a lot of people are like, you just gotta follow the comic, man. You just gotta follow the comic. It's like, yeah, but sometimes you also have to just take a step back and look at, okay, this character's gone. Where are they going? What characters kind of like, for me, when I saw Endgame, like I obviously knew Iron Man was going, but like Iron Man's done. Thor is going to be more of a cosmic thing. Captain America's done.
Yeah.
What's the next team that has some of those characters that are still there and they're adding, which are coming, right? Like you kind of have to look at it that way and then see, and then you can build your tree of like, okay, what enemies do they meet, and like what events happen there, and then like what. That's just how I build my comic mind and stuff, you know?
Yeah, well, and also just, and I try to also think of it from a money-making perspective for Disney and Marvel. It's almost incumbent on them to kind of market these newer characters, because that just means more merch for these characters. And like, I mean, keep in mind, Iron Man was, I think you would agree with this movie, was almost like a C or D level character before the movies came out.
Yeah.
And then that movie brought him to prominence. So, with Kevin Feige and that whole MCU machine behind, characters, you never know. Some of these characters that were, obscure could suddenly be brought to the forefront.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Exactly.
That's why I think, and I tell people when people are like, hey, what's a book that is pricey but undervalued? I go, Eternals.
Yeah.
Because I think it's almost like Comic Knight mentioned it. I know he's not free right now, but he mentioned it to me a long time ago. He said, you have to look at a mirror image of things. I said, well, what do you mean by that? He goes, Iron Man, Nova, Guardians, Eternals. And as soon as he said that, I was like, whoa. And then I started kind of reading some research, kind of putting things together. And I was like, you know what? Like, it wouldn't be out of the craziness to do that, right? So I don't know.
Yeah, Thor, Beta Ray Bill.
Exactly. Yeah, there you go. So I don't know. I think they're gonna mirror image it. I don't know. We'll wait and see. But
yeah,
I would love to see Beta Ray Bill show up. I mean, it's about damn time.
I think he will.
Yeah. I think it's pretty much almost, even though there's no solid confirmation, I think it's pretty much almost inevitable that he's gonna appear in the. Especially since
it really should by this point.
They already teased them in the last Thor movie with that,
the Fallen Warriors.
Yeah. So,
but I don't want to tease. I want to see him showing up in the movie and just kicking the shit out of somebody.
Yeah.
Listen, when a lot of people are buying a certain book and you can see the sale, and you can see, like when it's like, I always picture like, okay, if I were to open a candy store and open the doors and there was kids there, they would run, right? Mm-hmm. That's what happens with that book, man. People run to get that book. It's no surprise. You never know. I don't think it's a character you'd only see once.
No, he's too popular.
Right. Exactly. That adds value right off the bat, because when people go see the character once, guess what? The value increases, because the next time people are going to be all over it, and people who aren't in this, who may not be in the character, who may not be in our community, will be like, oh shit, I got to go get it. And then guess what? That's when you sell it and get more money, obviously. So.
Yeah, and there's certain characters that, faces enthusiasm about it, kind of proves my point. There's certain characters that have that, following behind them, like Moon Knight, Beta Ray Bill. These characters, even before there was any movie talks, they have their core fans. So yeah, it's only a matter of time these characters pop up.
Yeah. All right, so that's it for the show. But before we go, Hyper, you got a giveaway going on, I think?
Yeah. So actually, let me pop up my IG to see if anything's changed. But
and guys, you guys can follow Hyper on Hyper Combo Comics on Instagram. I didn't load his stuff up because, like I said at the start, I was having internet issues. But I will post the link. He will be a frequent guest. I do have him planned to come in on a comic talk probably next week, if not the Spec show again. So definitely tune in, but he will be a face to familiarize yourself with. So Hyper, give it away, brother.
Yeah, so basically, I'm going to be doing like a 1,000 follower giveaway contest. Right now, I'm actually checking on that 995. So I'm basically just 5 away. So for any of you that haven't subbed to my channel, I definitely encourage you to do so. I try to, post, daily contents and try to do little fun polls here and there on the IG story. So I haven't actually decided what the prizes will be for the giveaway, but I am actually partnering up with a retailer to give some cool prizes. So yeah, if you haven't
That's
subscribed,
awesome, man.
I encourage you guys.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. So, guys, he's 5 away. I'm sure there's 5 people in here who have not checked this stuff out. Go get this guy to 1,000. Okay. You know, and like I always say, always help each other out. Go sub, because you never know. You know, there are a lot of people in here who have a lot of information, a lot of connections with other people. So you never know where you're gonna end up. Okay. Face, what do you got?
Actually, I got a giveaway going on too. I'm getting close to 500 followers on Instagram, so I got a giveaway for that once I hit that number.
Dope. And you got a video coming out, I believe.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what day I'm going to get dropped here, but here within the next couple days, I got actually 2 of them, so that I'm hoping to get put up there.
That's dope. So yeah, so make sure you guys follow both FaceTime and Hyper. Like I said, they're going to be frequent. Well, obviously, Face is always on, but Hyper will be on more frequently. A lot of information coming from a lot of places, so definitely pick that up. Jay Hood just said he is number 996.
Appreciate it.
Oh, there we go.
And
4 more.
if you haven't subbed up Jay Hood, go get him. On my end,
yeah, Jay Hood 478. I guess it got me too. I appreciate that.
Okay, so
spreading the love.
Hell yeah, definitely.
That's what it's about. I got a video dropping. I'm probably gonna. I want to say tomorrow, but I might be a little too busy. But it is about 8 books, big keys that are down in price. So please don't go and watch that video. Okay, I got $10 in my wallet. I'm gonna go buy these. I'm telling you right now, these keys are up, but they're low in price right now, so it's a perfect time to buy them. What else do I got? I've got Comic Talk officially coming because I am moved into my new place, so regularity. So we're gonna be doing the Spec show, and we'll be doing Comic Talk. Hyper will be on there. I believe we are going to be talking 2 topics that we'll be talking about is X-Men Spec, and then we're going to be talking about 5 books each, 5 investment books that if you had to buy right now, what they would be. So definitely 2 topics that are very popular right now, so we'll get into those. And guys, as always, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. So yeah, go sub everybody up, and till next time, guys. Thank you so much.
Peace.
Peace.